I'm Doug Brown. The first full weekend of the NFL preseason continues tonight. The Browns expect to have Deshaun Watson at quarterback against the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence didn't play in the Hall of Fame game for Jacksonville last week, but ESPN's Mike DiRocco says he could flourish under new coach Doug Peterson.
He's 180 degrees from Urban Meyer, which is exactly what the franchise needed at this point. Look, we know he won a Super Bowl, but the thing about it, to me, that makes it even more impressive is he won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles.
Mike DiRocco on KJ and Max. Hundreds of retired black NFL players will now share in the $1 billion concussion settlement against the league. The original dementia testing applied race norming that made it more difficult for black players to qualify. Astros outfielder Michael Brantley will miss the rest of the season after surgery on his right shoulder. No word yet on whether Phillies outfielder Kyle Schwarber will play tonight against the first-place Mets. He left Thursday's game against the Marlins with a mild right calf strain.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
One thing for sure that I do know is Saquon Barkley will have a job, whether it's with the Giants or another team after this season. I can't say that about Daniel Jones.
Get more from the guys Monday morning at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
That's right.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Musu. And Mr. Toby Tom Play. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Theriot next hour. Saints preseason opener is tomorrow. I'm fired up for it. A lot to talk about here. Have you ever heard of Michael Balco? Balco? Not that Balco. A different Balco. B-A-L-K-O. Muse, you ever heard of Michael Balco?
I do not know who that person is.
Paulie, Michael Balco, yes or no? Yay or nay?
No.
No. Okay. I bring this up. Michael Balco. Tomato. He has a Twitter account. He has a blue check mark.
Ooh.
His profile says 814, which would be in Pennsylvania. And his bio says sports journalist, podcast host, featured on at ESPN, at Rivals, at USA Today, and he's a contributor for the Who Dat Dish. You ever heard of the Who Dat Dish?
No.
Yeah, me either.
Strong resume, though.
Oh, well, look, I'm not poo-pooing here. I'm just throwing out a fair amount of skepticism. But Michael Balco, who follows me on Twitter and has a Twitter header there. He's a lefty. He's throwing out what appears to be a ceremonial first pitch at a minor league game, I would assume. Got a beard. Young guy. Yeah.
The better question is, did you know he followed you on Twitter?
I didn't.
Okay.
And I don't know if he just started following me today or if he previously followed me. I don't know. So to be very clear, not poo-pooing. Maybe I'm poo-pooing a little. But I'm super hopeful that what Michael Balco, let's go Balco. No, I'm going to go Balco. We'll go Ball.
That's probably right. I like that.
I'm going to go Balco.
Balco.
I'm going to go Balco. Michael Balco tweeted today, a suspension for Saints running back Alvin Kamara is more likely to occur in 2023 rather than 2022 per multiple sources. Okay, so you kind of know whenever I see things like that, the like journalism radar goes off. Always consider the source. It's Michael Balco, who we don't know. Typically, if there's news of this magnitude that's going to be broken, it's going to be the people associated with either the NFL or the Saints who typically break news. If it's Schefter or Rappaport or locally, Nick Underhill, the guys who and ladies who cover the team day to day that would actually have the insight and the sources to break this news. I'm not completely poo-pooing, and I sure hope that Michael Balco is right, because that changes the complexion of this Saints season if you know you have Alvin Kamara for 17 weeks, provided he stays healthy and all. Because what are the two biggest issues roster-wise that we've talked about with the Saints all year? 1, linebacker. 2, running back. Tight end as well, but we'll suspend that for a moment. If you have Alvin Kamara, the need for Ingram to drink from the fountain of youth, Tony Jones Jr. to really take a big step in year 2, Abram Smith to prove that he could be an NFL back, that need is lessened a bit. Part of the reason we were so intent and spent so much of this offseason talking about that running back spot is because of the assumption that Alvin Kamara was going to miss at least 6 games this year. And he may still. Again, I'm just sharing this from a verified Twitter account, citing multiple sources, and I would also point out the fact that Kamara's legal proceedings have been delayed until the beginning of October. That's not to say the NFL won't punish before the legal proceedings are complete, but it certainly stands to reason, and we have evidence in the past, and which we've seen with precedent in the NFL, that sometimes they will wait until after a legal proceeding is done to see how things all transpire. Sometimes charges are dropped. I don't know. So that's out there today. Again, it's just one guy on Twitter with a blue check mark, and he cites multiple sources. Choose to believe if you will. I am throwing up a pretty significant red flag considering who it is reporting this news, and maybe more so who isn't reporting the news. If Schefter and the like were all out there reporting this, I would be doing backflips, but that's not the case right now. So we will have to wait and see how this all transpires as the Saints get ready to play their first preseason game on Saturday against the Houston Texans. By the way, I would like to take a quick moment and give a little appreciation to Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill met with reporters this week, and we know that he is transitioning to tight end, really full-time in his slash role. He is no longer at all on the quarterback depth chart, and he is no longer in the quarterback meetings. Taysom Hill is exclusively playing tight end, but really what will be his slash role. And for Taysom Hill, he did say kind of how much of how intense this camp has been for him.
Yeah, this camp has been a little bit of a whirlwind for me. Overall, I'm feeling good. I'm still in this kind of ramp-up phase, obviously coming off the foot, and feel like the foot did really well this offseason, the first couple days, and then I had the ribs, and so now I'm just starting to ramp up again and take it one day at a time.
He told reporters, Taysom Hill did this week, when asked about transitioning to tight end, he said, quote, "I don't know. I'm at peace with knowing how the league works. Things aren't up to me. I'm willing to do what I need to do to help us win football games. I'm at peace with that and helping, knowing that I'm contributing to us winning games. I love playing, and so it creates opportunities for me to add value on the field and compete. I wanted to give some Taysom Hill appreciation because of that. For not allowing, I want to give Taysom Hill appreciation for not allowing ego to cost him his NFL career. That happened to Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was drafted 25th overall in 2010. 2 seasons in Denver, and he was out the door. Traded him to the Jets when they signed Peyton Manning because they knew they were never getting anywhere with Tim Tebow as a quarterback. They traded him to the Jets. He's released after 1 season where he threw just 8 passes. 8 pass attempts in his 1 season with the Jets. And Tim Tebow was out of the league after 35 career games played. Because he refused to do the thing the league would have paid him to do, which is what Taysom Hill's doing. Find that role. Be a personal protector on the punt team. Be an H-back. Carry the ball. Block. Catch the ball. Be a versatile, athletic dude, which Tim Tebow is. He's an athletic freakazoid. He's just a terrible quarterback. He was never going to be an NFL quarterback. But he couldn't allow his desire to be a quarterback. He couldn't mute that desire to allow him to stay in the league. And so he's out of the league in 3 years. Taysom Hill is a 31-year-old bad quarterback. He's a 31-year-old bad quarterback who's stuck around the NFL this long and is on a 4-year, $40 million contract because he had the humility to do the things that the team asked him to do in order to help them win games. And even though it's not what he wants to do, it's how he's been able to carve out a career and stay in the NFL. I mean, Jameis Winston makes the Saints a better offense at quarterback, and Taysom Hill makes Jameis Winston a better quarterback when he's there running and catching and running his gadget plays and wildcat and everything he does as a decoy. Taysom Hill is the Saints version of Deebo Samuel. Not to that degree, obviously, but in the fact that he has so much versatile ability that he brings so much to the team. So good on you, Taysom Hill. I know it's not what you want. Taysom Hill could have said, I'm not doing this, trade me. He could have. Now, Saints wouldn't be obligated to trade him. I'm not sure someone would trade for him. Cut me. Let me go try to be a quarterback somewhere else. And you know where Taysom Hill would be right now? In the CFL. Getting ready for the launch of the XFL next year. Never playing football again at a meaningful level because he's never going to be a quarterback. But the thing he is going to do for New Orleans is going to make the Saints a better offense. So appreciation to Taysom Hill. A bit later in the show, we'll talk about what we're looking forward to with Saints Texans. First preseason game is tomorrow. I have my list of things I'll be watching. Let me know what you plan to watch as well. You can always email us, tweet us, jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat, or text us in the 225 at 396-4400, 396-4400. All right, it's after further review. I want to debunk a couple of myths about Jayden Daniels when we come back. It's AFR.
AFR.
Hey, tomorrow we are having my sister-in-law's birthday party over at the house. You better believe Rouse's is on the menu. This is something that we've done. So we live near the Rouse's in Long Farm, which is airline near Highland in Baton Rouge. And it's so easy. If you're having a big party and you want barbecue, whatever type of meat it may be, you want sandwich trays or dipping trays, shareable, charcuterie. They have all that. Call them, order it, tell them what time you want to pick it up, show up, and they just hand you a tray and you leave. It's that easy. Rouse's. Tailgate season is almost here. Let Rouse's handle all of your tailgates as well. Cooking for your tailgates. Why cook? Just let Rouse's handle it. Go pick up the food, bring it out there, and serve. Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. They have delivery and pickup options. So if you can't get to Rouse's, they'll deliver to you or just pull up into the spot and they'll bring your groceries out to you after you order them on the app. Rouse's, this feels like home.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hunt, and Hill, The Early Line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
Bayou Ford has $14,000 off MSRP on a new 2021 Ford F-150. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Kids have staked out their place at Ochsner Medical Complex The Grove, where more than 30 pediatricians and pediatric specialists are all conveniently located under one roof, so you can spend less time driving and more time keeping your kids well. Yes! It's no wonder kids call dibs at The Grove. Ochsner Health Center for Children.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, glad you're rolling along with us here. Theriot next hour. We will delve into Saints Texans, what to watch on Saturday for the preseason game. Also, another commitment, Kylan Jackson from Zachary. We are expecting, he'll make his announcement tomorrow, Saturday. We are expecting he's going to pick LSU. So another local kid, another highly regarded prospect expected to join the LSU class of 2023. Some thoughts on that, especially more relevant now with the news yesterday. Jordan Tolles has jumped into the transfer portal. So Tigers down a body at safety. They're deep there this year, undeniably. We've talked about it. It's one of the deepest positions on the field. With you got Jay Ward and Major Burns returning. Burns is healthy again. You add Brooks and Fouché, even though Brooks looks like he's playing sort of that nickel safety role where Sage Ryan is playing as well. I mean, you still got guys like Matthew Langlois and Derek Davis. Tolles, of course, is transferred out. And you added a couple of other transfers who are getting some run back there. You added Jordan Allen, the freshman from Lafayette Christian. You have great numbers at safety. Great numbers at safety. But after this season, it's plausible Jay Ward goes pro. You're going to lose Brooks and Fouché. I mean, you're going to see some of that turnover after this year. So you're going to have to replenish those numbers. So, we'll talk a bit about that. But for Tolles, talked about it yesterday, understand why Jordan Tolles is looking for greener pastures. He's going into year 3. There's a log jam. There's so much talent ahead of him already, and you got the cavalry coming behind him as well. Say it all the time. If by year 3 unless you're a quarterback, but if by year 3 you haven't cracked the starting rotation where you are, chances are it's not going to happen. I mean, there's always the one-off of a Garrett Brumfield. There's always the one-off of a Lloyd Cushenberry, who waits 3 years and then year 4 finally wins that starting job and becomes a really good player. That happens, undeniably. But more often than not, you see those guys when you get to year 3, if you haven't cracked a rotation, you leave, especially at a spot like that. So found out yesterday Jordan Toll's transferring out, which makes the decision tomorrow for Jackson even more significant. So we had full access to LSU football practice on Thursday. Gave you a complete practice report. Of course, a ton of attention was on the quarterback position. As a matter of fact, after the practice, Garrett Nussmeier, who was limited, Brian Kelly was asked if he's seen any separation at quarterback so far through a week of camp. Here's what Brian Kelly said.
Not yet, no. I think that you have a very competitive situation still going on. As we mentioned, Nuss would have been in there taking, first-team reps as well. Miles is as effective and as smart as any quarterback. And Walker Howard, he continues to, for a freshman, amaze me in terms of what his knowledge base is and the strength of his arm. So, no, we're not ready to kind of change our thought process relative to who's getting what reps at this point.
The way he said it's interesting, and I don't know that he meant anything deeper by it, but Brian Kelly said we're not changing our thought process as to who's getting what reps. That doesn't mean necessarily he doesn't have an idea of what direction he's going. Now, I'm one, and my hand is in the air, where I said I believed coming into this camp that this coaching staff did not know who their starting quarterback was going to be, and I firmly believe that. They may have a preference of what they would like to see transpire based on what they want to do offensively, but I truly believe when they went onto the practice field for the first practice, they did not know who is going to be the starter against Florida State, and they may still not know, but it is becoming clearer, and I think everyone who's watched this team practice now, it's evident that you got a two-horse race with the two guys who are more athletic and more mobile with Daniels and Nussmeier. Nussmeier's injury has given Daniels more of an opportunity to take the first-team reps, and there's been conversation that Daniels has taken more of those in the team periods that we haven't seen. So I think realistically, we all need to start sort of calibrating the possibility of what a Jayden Daniels-led offense is going to look like. And yes, before you even start, that has been my take all along. Okay, so I'm not doing this just as a validation or an affirmation of what I said, because I've told you all along that when I said I thought Jayden Daniels would win the starting job, it was with very little confidence and based solely on a lot of circumstantial evidence. Like, you didn't need to go get him if you didn't want him. He's the guy who's by far the most experienced with 30 career starts. You have a coaching staff that once, through their history, has shown they want a mobile quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback. So a lot of that is circumstantial, but, and I'll tell you this honestly, when we were going through the practice report, one of the things that I did not mention intentionally was Jayden Daniels' accuracy. There is this belief, notion, call it what you want, about Jayden Daniels that he struggles to throw the football. And my suspicion, he struggles to throw accurately. Let me finish that sentence. And my suspicion is that LSU fans watched him in the spring game. I mean, none of you or us got to watch him play in spring, but you watched him play in the spring game, and you made a sweeping generalization based on a scrimmage after the guy had been on campus, like literally been here for a month. I mean, he showed up like a week before spring practice started. No knowledge of the offense, his coaches, no timing with any of the receivers, none of that. And if you saw some errant throws, it's, he's an inaccurate passer. And I think that what has happened, and this may be incorrect, I'm telling you, this may be incorrect, but I think what has happened is that what often happens on the internet and social media and Twitter and things like that is you have an internet echo chamber. And that just became the accepted truth about Jayden Daniels. Fast, athletic runner, inaccurate passer. That's just sort of been the narrative about Jayden Daniels. Now, I wanted, and I didn't talk about it yesterday after practice, but someone asked me this morning, hey, could you tell if Jayden Daniels has improved on his accuracy? And I've told you this as well, that I've seen a lot of Jayden Daniels at Arizona State. And it's for a couple of primary reasons. I'm a football junkie, and I do whiskey and wine with T-Bob, and then I would go home and I'd stay up till 1:30 in the morning watching Pac-12 After Dark. So I've seen a lot of Arizona State football. Number two, Ryan Clark, who you all know is a friend, his son Jordan, who I've seen play since he was, a young guy, went to Arizona State, the same class with Jayden Daniels. So I've been watching Arizona State because I wanted to see Jordan Clark play. And then a young guy from Catholic High, George Hart, who walked on at Arizona State this last year and got to play a ton. And George went to school where my wife is the counselor. So we've known that family a long, long time. I wanted to see George play. So I've watched inadvertently I've watched a lot of Jayden Daniels over the last 3 years. And I've never thought to myself, man, what a good-looking prospect. He just can't throw accurately. I'm not saying that he's Drew Brees. I'm not saying he's going to complete 72% of his passes. I'm not saying he's what Joe Burrow was in 2019. I'm just telling you, I haven't looked and said, man, that's a huge issue for him. Of course he can improve, but I've never thought that's a problem. And so I kind of set out to maybe debunk that or to prove or disprove that. Y'all, Jayden Daniels last year at Arizona State completed 65% of his passes. That led the Pac-12. He was number one in the Pac-12 in completion percentage. And oh, by the way, he led the Pac-12 in completion percentage with receivers you've never heard of. The number 2 leading pass catcher at Arizona State last year was their running back. If you go back to his freshman season, he completed just under 61% of his passes. That's the season a lot of people talk about. 17 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He had a first-round draft pick at receiver he was throwing to that year. Subsequently, they've had a dearth of talent. We know what's happened with Herm and everything there. And really not a very thin receiving core. The 2020 season, in some respects, you crumple it up into a ball and throw it out because you only played a handful of games. Everything was disrupted by COVID, and particularly in the Big Ten and the Pac-12 because they started later, and you all know that whole thing with what happened there. I mean, he only attempted 84 passes in the COVID season. So you forget it. So as a freshman, he completed roughly 61% of his passes, 17 touchdowns, 2 picks. Last year, because they had no receivers, they threw more to the backs. He threw for fewer yards, but increased his completion percentage to nearly 66% and led the Pac-12. I guess my point is, when he's had star talent at receiver, he was really good at hitting big plays and stretching the field and hurting defenses with his feet as well, moving the pockets, tucking it and run, throwing on the run. And then when they didn't have great receiver talent, they had to play the more short intermediate game, he led the Pac-12 in completion percentage. So I don't know if Jayden Daniels is going to be LSU's starting quarterback. I don't. I've told you, I think that's what's going to happen. And I think even if it's not the first game, I think it'll happen at some point. I think we're going to see all these guys. I think we'll see Daniels and Nussmeier. And if Brennan sticks around, I'm guessing he's going to get a shot to play at some point this year. I think we're going to see these guys. Best case, someone just races to the forefront, grabs a hold of the job and never lets it go. But the idea that Jayden Daniels is just an athletic guy that can't throw is just false. Like we saw yesterday, even when they were at practice and they're doing this target practice where they're throwing all these different routes in different parts of the end zone. I mean, dude was bullseyeing it, just like the other guys were. I mean, we watched them throw. I mean, there was one point where I walked to the opposite field, and it was just the quarterbacks, and Chris Hilton was over there catching the pass. He was the only receiver. It was just a quarterback drill. And they were doing a quick step and throwing from the left hash 5 yards downfield across to the right sideline. And brother, just dimes. I mean, if that's the thing if that's the thing that's preventing you from thinking, oh, he could be a competent starting quarterback, I think you kind of need to buck that idea. Again, I'm not saying that he's Drew Brees at the end of his career completing 70% of his passes, but I mean, I even went and looked up some scouting reports on Daniels. There was one scouting report that had Daniels as a top 6 quarterback in this past year's draft had he come out. There's another scout that compared Jayden Daniels to Trey Lance, who was the 3rd pick in the draft. I'm not saying he's going to be that guy. I'm not saying he's going to be a first-round pick. What I'm saying is there's this almost accepted idea that he's just an athletic guy but is inaccurate throwing the ball. And I'm telling you, there is a ton of evidence, like visual proof, watching this guy start over 3 seasons that suggests, no, he's plenty capable enough. And if you give him Kayshon Boutte and Malik Neighbors and Jack Besh and Kyron Lacey and Brian Thomas and Chris Hilton and those running backs, he's going to be even better. So I'm excited to see it. I don't know if Daniels is going to be the guy. I'm sure there's some of you who are going to take this as, Matt, you're just trumpeting the thing you've been saying all along so you sound right. But my point to you would be, there's a reason I've been saying it all along. So let's see how it transpires. But I would challenge you more so to not be part of a internet echo chamber where you just accept something as fact that you read on Twitter and use your eyes and go look and see and go, man, that guy's actually pretty good. And I think he is. And if he starts it for LSU, I think he'll have a really good year. I think any of the quarterbacks that start will actually put up good numbers with a lot of really good skill guys. And that includes Jayden Daniels. All right, it's After Further Review. Brought to you by Michelli Weighing and Measurement, Michelli.com, Michelli.com. As a matter of fact, Michelli on board as one of our sponsors for Whiskey and Wine throughout this year. Really looking forward to that. T-Bob and I will be at Don Juan on Sunday, on the day of the opener against Florida State. They're normally closed Sunday evenings, but Don Juan's going to stay open for us, and Michelli's going to be a great sponsor all throughout the season on Whiskey and Wine. And, of course, if you're looking for a career change potentially or movement in your current career, Michelli is hiring at their New Orleans Harahan location, their Baton Rouge location, their Lake Charles location as well. Get online, Michelli.com. That's Michelli.com. Hit the careers tab there at the top of the page, and you'll see all the jobs that are open at Michelli. You can hit the Apply Now tab. It's Michelli Weighing and Measurement. ISO 17025 accreditation is available no matter if you want to ship your devices to be calibrated or if your devices can't leave your place of business and you need them to come on site. They can do that as well. It's Michelli Weighing and Measurement. All the dozens of different industries that they service, from aerospace and aggregates to your food and beverage industries as well, to something like, man, you know how if you open up a twist top, well, there's a certain amount of pressure. Well, something has to be calibrated for that pressure. That's what Michelli does. Michelli Weighing and Measurement. Michelli.com, Michelli.com. All right, it's After Further Review. You can always join the show, and I welcome you to do it. Text line is open in the 225-396-4400, 396-4400. Theriot will be here in 30 minutes from right now. Looking forward to the Riot Radio hours returning after a week off. By the way, the Field of Dreams game was last night. Of course, Michael Papierski, now with the Reds, got to participate in the Field of Dreams game. So Pap's going to join us at 5 o'clock today to talk about playing that cornfield in Iowa. Looking forward to that conversation. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
There's nothing better than tailgating, but it can be a lot of work. So why do it yourself when you don't have to? Let Revelry Sports and Entertainment set up your luxury tailgate on campus. Order what you want and just show up to party. Book your tailgate today at RevelryTeam.com. Revelry Sports, the official tailgate partner of LSU Athletics.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret, the best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
We'll go around the SEC in just a quick second. Nick Saban was on the Dan Patrick Show today. Nick Saban got asked again about retirement. I think it's hilarious that every year he gets asked about this, and every year his answer is exactly the same. Here's what Nick Saban said today on the Dan Patrick Show.
There's nothing that I want to do like some people want to go to Europe or go to Scotland and play golf and all that. I don't, I wouldn't mind doing all that stuff, but I don't have to quit my job to do it. I worry about, what am I going to do if I don't do this? And when I say what am I going to do, I don't mean play golf or whatever. I mean, how are you going to get any kind of positive self-gratification and feeling of accomplishment when you've done something for so long that you like so much, and then all of a sudden it's not there? So it's a good question. I don't really have the answer to that one.
Nick, I would say I feel about him the way I did about Steve Spurrier when I'll never forget. Like I will, and I'm certain whenever the day comes that Nick is finished, it will be one of those you remember where you were. I was helping a friend who was moving along the Mississippi coast, sort of in the Biloxi area, Ocean Springs to be specific. And we'd finished moving a lot of the stuff, coming back toward Baton Rouge, stopped to eat at it was a Chili's or something, like one of those chains. And sitting there in the bar having lunch with my friends, and I see the scroll on ESPN that Steve Spurrier was leaving Florida to become the Washington Redskins head coach. As long as I live, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget where I was, because it was a feeling of elation. Because when you beat Spurrier, it always felt like LSU did it one time. LSU did it one time, 1997. They tore down the goalposts. That's how impossible it was to beat him. That when he left, it was like, oh my God, we have a chance. Like you were no longer shackled. You were no longer fighting with one hand behind your back. Your hand had been freed. Now it was fair fight. That's what it felt like when Spurrier left. And of course, LSU beat the crap out of Ron Zook in Florida that first year in 2002 in Gainesville. I was there. It was amazing. That's how it'll feel when Nick leaves, whenever that is. But I feel like when Nick leaves, it's going to be very sudden. Like, it's not going to be a long, drawn-out thing. And he's 70 years old, and he doesn't sound like he's anywhere near being ready to be done. So as long as he's healthy, he ain't leaving. And it's interesting because there are some coaches, we talk about this so often now, there are some coaches who, in this modern culture, they go so hard from such a young age, and now the salaries have gotten so big that they make so much money, and by the time they're into their 50s, they realize they miss so much with their family, and they've got all this money, and they pull back. We've seen it with Bob Stoops, saw it with Turner Gill, saw it with Gene Chizik. The list can go on and on and on, and some of these guys jump back into coaching eventually. They just can't stay away. Saw it with Urban Meyer. But some are really just done. And Nick is one of those that's the opposite. That there's never going to be a thing that satisfies him like coaching. So as long as he's healthy, he's never going to leave. And there's no reason to think he won't coach another 10 years if that's what it is. Nick talked about a lot with Dan Patrick. We'll revisit some of that coming up in a little bit. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, Ambassador Caffrey in Lafayette, and online at theantiagingclinics.com. As a matter of fact, was there today. Theantiagingclinics.com. Hormone replacement therapy could be for you like it was for me. A simple blood test can let you know. No matter what your age is, we all age differently biologically. As we age, our body produces less of the hormones that contribute to how we feel. And it happens at a different rate in every single human. So it's not so much about what your age is, but how do you feel? A simple blood test can let you know if you're a candidate for hormone replacement therapy. And in so many instances, you don't know how bad you feel until you start feeling good again. TheAntiAgingClinics.com. Bluebonnet, Baton Rouge, Ambassador Caffrey, and Lafayette, and online, TheAntiAgingClinics.com. Okay, let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, presented by Gulf Coast Office Products, excellence in imaging solutions. The Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia wide receiver Arian Smith is set to undergo ankle surgery. Will miss the remainder of preseason practice. Smith is the fastest player on the Georgia team, but he's been limited his 2 years in Athens. 4 games as a freshman after meniscus surgery. Had a leg injury last year, which ended his season after the Missouri game. He's played in just 8 games in his Georgia career.
The Florida Gators.
Florida sophomore defensive back Jason Marshall is dealing with a minor hamstring injury that's limiting his participation in camp so far and might keep him out for the remainder of camp to make sure he's available for the opener September 3rd against Utah. During his freshman season, Marshall appeared in all 13 games for the Gators, started 6 of them. Also, fifth-year linebacker Amari Burney practiced in a non-contact jersey on Thursday as he is nursing an injury.
The Arkansas Razorbacks.
Man, Arkansas, thin on the defensive line, can hardly stand any injuries, but they are coming in waves right now for the Hogs. Defensive tackle Cameron Ball, he's out with a concussion. JUCO defensive tackle addition Taylor Lewis, also out with a concussion. Arkansas last backup Tarian Carter due a knee injury in spring that should keep him out until at least the middle of the season. And then Thursday, Marcus Miller was absent due to a knee injury that they're saying is going to be a 4 to 6 week recovery. A thin spot for the Hogs, getting thinner.
The Ole Miss Rebels.
Ole Miss has added a punter to its roster. It's former Nevada punter. I actually went Nevada because the people from Nevada say Nevada. A former Nevada punter, Charlie Pollock. Punter Frazier Mason was the only other punter on the roster, but he's rumored to be injured and unavailable for the rest of fall camp. So Pollock actually entered the portal at Nevada following the 2020 season, but didn't play last year. He'll resume his career now at Ole Miss.
The South Carolina Gamecocks.
Carolina added 3-star athlete Vakari Swain out of Carrollton, Georgia. He announced his commitment on Instagram. Sorry about that, Paulie. Boy, that one really just slipped. I mean, I hit the back of his monitor. That was terrible. He had Mississippi State, Vandy, Duke, Georgia Tech, and Maryland were his top 6. 6 foot, 175-pounder. He's the 67th best athlete in the class for 2023. Could play DB or receiver in Columbia for the Gamecocks.
The Vanderbilt Commodores.
And, of course, here as we inch closer to a football season, we have a Vandy note about baseball. Vandy has landed its first transfer of the offseason. Commitment from former Duke outfielder R.J. Schreck. Schreck spent 4 seasons at Duke. In 2021, he hit .337 with 18 bombs. Last year, the average dipped to .288 with 8 homers. Commodores rebuilding their outfield. Spencer Jones, Dominic Keegan, Javier Vaz, all to the MLB draft. Schreck's a grad transfer, so he has 1 more year of eligibility and gives us an endless opportunity at Schreck jokes all next season. There you have it. That is Around the SEC, presented by Gulf Coast Office Products. Shout out to our guy Trey Beal and our friends at Gulf Coast Office Products online at gcopnet.com, gcopnet.com for Gulf Coast Office Products. Face-to-face sales, service after the sale. That's what you get at Gulf Coast Office Products, the official office equipment provider of the New Orleans Saints, the New Orleans Pelicans, the LSU Tigers, and the ULL Ragin' Cajuns. All right, y'all, let me knock out our final break of hour number 1. We'll come back. Muse will have Tigers in the pros. Theriot in about 15 minutes from right now. Got a ton to get to. Still definitely want to talk Saints, Texans, what we're keeping an eye on in Saturday's preseason opener. Stick around. It's AFR.
AFR.
Y'all, it is storm season, and although it has been quiet so far, it is projected to be a very active storm season. And if a storm comes, you know what happens. We lose power, like what happened last year with Ida. That was the final straw for our family. When Ida came and knocked our power out, we didn't have power for nearly 7 days. And with Drew, that's just not really an option because he has so many medical needs where we have to have power. So we end up packing up our lives and moving whenever our power goes out. No more. We finally called Schutz Electric. The guys from Schutz came, installed a home standby generator from Generac. Now when the power goes out, our power comes back on thanks to our standby generator from Schutz, and it's like nothing ever happened. The process could not have been easier. Schutz handled everything, from the permitting with the city to the power company and everything. Schutz did it all. It's affordable. Financing is available. Request your estimate today at Schutz Electric. CESofLA.com.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Go back to school in style with a new or pre-owned vehicle from Corval Toyota in Opelousas. It's an easy process, and vehicles are getting to our lot weekly. Make the decision now or reserve your new Toyota today. Come on down to Corval Toyota in Opelousas. That's Happy Town, USA.
There's nothing better than tailgating, but it can be a lot of work. So why do it yourself when you don't have to? Let Revelry Sports and Entertainment set up your luxury tailgate on campus. Order what you want and just show up to party. Book your tailgate today at revelryteam.com. Revelry Sports, the official tailgate partner of LSU Athletics.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
There it is, the extra mile. on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, wrapping up hour number 1. A little out of order on a Friday, of course, because Theriot will be here next hour. So right now, Muso has Tigers in the Pros.
Tigers in the Pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now. Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, where Baton Rouge gets engaged.
NFL preseason football action last night. Cordell Flott made his debut for the New York Giants. Registered 2 total tackles in the game. One of them solo. The Giants got the victory 23-21 over the Patriots. Racey McMath. Big role last night for the Tennessee Titans in the preseason. So he had 1 reception off 1 target that went for 48 yards, leading receiver for the Titans, mind you. Also registered 2 tackles in the game, one of them solo, and had 1 kick return for 30 yards. All over the field, that Racey McMath.
Racey McMath.
Christian Fulton, of course, his teammate, got the start, played a series, recorded a tackle in the game, and then they said, hey, you're a starter. Go sit down.
Go sit down. It's not worth it.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
Alex Bregman.
Beat it. Kick rocks.
Stays hot. Yesterday, 2 for 2, a homer into the Crawford box. That's his 14th of the season. Scored a run, drove in 3, and drew 2 walks. He's hitting the 306 since the middle of June.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Congrats
good.
to him. That's awesome.
255 on the season as a whole. Last night, the Field of Dreams game, you saw a couple of former Tigers. Obviously, Pap came in as a defensive replacement late. He had to do that because Jake Fraley got a pinch hit for the catcher late in the game last night. Drew a walk, ended up having another at bat, grounded out, but did come around to score off of the walk. So Fraley back hitting north of 300 since he's returned from the IL for the Reds.
Gigantic beard, too.
It's
still
so
got
good.
the beard, still got the show flow.
That happened in Seattle. Thought he might, trim it off a little bit. No.
Still got it, man.
Still got it. Still rocking it.
Got the sleeve down the right arm, the tat sleeve down the right arm. I mean, he has all kind of drip.
Yeah, I mean.
Does drip not sound not as cool of a word when I say it? Like, does it make...
No.
Do you think
no.
it makes cool people not want to say drip because they hear me say drip?
I think that Fraley has more edge maybe than drip.
Okay.
I mean, with the tat sleeve and the beard.
Yeah, I don't think many baseball players actually have edge.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. We've seen baseball fights. They
but
don't really have edge.
That doesn't really count.
It's rare. No, it's rare. They don't really have edge.
Except Rougned Odor.
But the only one.
And Nolan Ryan. He had edge.
But it.
Just
so about
Robin Ventura.
Once every quarter century,
hey,
you have someone that'll actually throw a punch.
It's 250, 1 for 4. Come on.
That's not 1 for 4, Muse.
Oh, whatever. I don't know. Trying to make it better.
I mean, 1 for 4 is 250.
Yeah.
But you're suggesting there's only been 4 fights in 100 years.
No, that's true.
There's like 4 fights in a week. But one every quarter century
right?
actually is an actual fight.
I don't know. Here we go. Look, math. I'm bad at it. I've never claimed to be good at it. Sam Burns is on the course currently at TPC Southwind, first round of the FedEx Cup playoffs. He's 2 under par through 9 holes, making the turn. Has him at 7 under for the tournament. Just 3 shots off the lead heading into the weekend.
And?
No, it's not. He's not. The PGA Tour season is over. I don't know if Curtis Thompson is playing a local muni somewhere. I don't know. He didn't make the FedEx Cup playoffs. That's that. You just have to accept it, Matt.
You'll go search high and low to find these minor league games where so-and-so is playing for the Trash Pandas or whatnot, but you won't find out actually what Curtis Thompson
He's on the IL, actually, Landon Marceau.
It's because you hate him. It's just, it's unfortunate.
That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com. lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, where Baton Rouge goes to get engaged and has for 40 years. So many different styles and shape. Is it halo? Is it round, cushion, oval, emerald, pear, princess? You can find all the info that you need. But really what I would suggest you do is just go to Lee Michaels, where you will get the best selection and the Lee Michaels experience, the same that they've been doing for 40 years. lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. All right, it's after further review. Top of the hour break, Sports Center. We'll get you caught up on national headlines. When we come back, the Riot Radio Hours return. Theriot is in studio. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
Shawbill's Tire and Auto Service. ShawbillsTire.com. Why did you turn off my mic? ShawbillsTire.com. Bumper-to-bumper auto service and name brand tires at wholesale prices. Go to the website. You can book service online. You can schedule service online. You can shop tires online. You can find the location nearest you. It's so easy. The website's a great resource. Right there in the center of the homepage, it's so easy. It says schedule service or find tires. You want to shop tires? Hit the Find Tires tab. Find the location nearest you, and then boom, you're shopping tires near you. ShawbillsTire.com, where they will always work to get you the best tires on the road for the cheapest price possible. Name brand tires, Bridgestone, Firestone, Michelin, BF Goodrich. They will couple the manufacturer's offers with their own great local in-store offers. It's Shawbill's. Bumper-to-bumper auto service and name brand tires at wholesale prices for more than 50 years. Shawbill's, where we keep you rolling.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside, off the bench, Hunt and Hill, the early line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
Vizzy, the first hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C. It just hits different. Vizzy. Step up your seltzer game.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $12,000 off MSRP on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. The Cleveland Browns open their preseason schedule tonight in Jacksonville against the Jaguars. Quarterback Deshaun Watson is expected to start for Cleveland as the wait continues on the NFL appeal of his 6-game suspension. The Giants beat the Patriots Thursday night, and plenty of focus on the New England offense with no coordinator in place. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler.
There are different iterations of this Bill Belichick system over like 2 decades. So short-term going to be a bit of an issue. Long-term, they think it's going to actually be an easier offense to work with. But the thing is, when you talk to people league-wide, they're kind of like, good luck, Mac Jones. Like, this is maybe not the best for a second-year quarterback.
Jeremy Fowler on Get Up. Jones didn't play in the game last night. Texans quarterback Kyle Allen will miss the preseason opener tomorrow night against the Saints after testing positive for COVID-19. Allen is battling with Jeff Driscoll for the backup spot behind Davis Mills. The NIT semis and finals are moving out of Madison Square Garden, at least for the next 2 years. The 2023 tournament will wrap up in Vegas, the 2024 event in Indianapolis.
Long summer days call for extra hands. Hire fast with Indeed. Their hiring solution helps attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
If you Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
That's right.
Boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, on the fight like a tiger. He going beast mode. Baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You pitch a better reload. Get the point.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
104.5, 104.9 ESPN Baton Rouge, 100.3 ESPN New Orleans.
This is legit, dude. Check me out. I got camo paint on my face.
Ryan Theriot hitless in 4 at-bats.
When it's 20 degrees, Matt, and you're sitting in a deer stand, it's freezing cold. Okay, you need a beanie on your head.
Our weekly visit with Ryan Theriot is brought to you by Bowie Outfitters. Bowie Outfitters, your home for everything outdoors.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt. I am sweating. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Muso. You know that's for an audience of one.
I know.
We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one, yo. Brah!
Yeah.
Glad to have you back. Theriot and the family took a spontaneous beach vacation last week.
Went that way.
Just jumped in the truck and headed east.
That way.
No real destination. Nothing planned. Just left.
This one was good, though. This worked out really good.
Oh.
It did.
What was so good about it?
I just had some good connections that worked out, that like panned out, ended up in a beautiful house. A couple of show dinners with people that bought me food, bought us all food.
Oh, who did you go to dinner with?
Yeah, a former minor league teammate of mine, Warren Hanna.
Okay. Where did y'all go eat? He just took the whole family out to dinner?
He did, the Grand Marlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all went to the Grand Marlin.
Grand Marlin.
I heard it's
pretty
lovely.
good.
Yeah.
Went to your spot too, Portofino.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know that I'd say it's my spot. We've been there several times. I like it a lot.
But you like it.
I do like it.
You told me about it the first time, so that's why I said.
Yeah. No, I do like Portofino a lot. It's
good.
very good.
So we're able to do that. I mean, it was good, man. It was real good.
Did you stay at Portofino, or you just
No, we didn't stay.
someone slipped you a key card, you got in and went and hung by the pool?
But I made a great connection there. A guy who's a big LSU fan. He's
How
a
the
he's a
Theriot's
doctor.
roll, man. I love it.
He's a doctor.
Just unapologetically, like no rules.
Well, listen. So this
okay.
guy's a
I'm
doctor
ready.
in that area, like the Navarre Beach area cardiologist, has this 5-bedroom condo, Portofino.
Oh.
And loves LSU. I mean, he's got LSU everywhere, and so of course, I get the hey man, if you ever want to come back, this condo's yours whenever.
Wait, did he recognize you?
Oh no, yeah, that's how I got over there. A mutual friend of ours.
Okay.
Steve.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hooks says, hey, I got a guy. Steve's got a guy for
Steve's got a
everything.
guy. He's always got a guy.
And this was
whatever you need.
This was a
You need
real
toe
guy
with fingernail polish. I got a guy.
And this was a
get you a toe. So he's a guy.
Yep. So so Steve hooked it up. So now I got a spot at the Portofino. I need to buy one now. I should go stay at Doc's place. So this is sick. So I got the house and then Doc's spot, and then we did a little amusement park on the way home. That was cool.
Is that why you were late for dinner on Sunday?
That is. I came in hot.
I know you did.
Like family dropped me off at.
I know. I was there.
Yeah.
We were having Hudco dinner. Yeah. It was, even the guys from Bossier were in town. Jeff, John Michael, me, Tilly were sitting there at dinner waiting on you.
I got there though.
I was a couple margaritas in.
Yeah, you did good. You were good.
That was good.
Good.
Really good. So, what else is going on?
Oh yeah, a lot going on this week.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like good stuff or bad stuff?
Oh, good stuff. It was a big week.
Oh.
Big week for school started.
Oh, that's so true.
Big week for everybody.
Yes. Drew had his first day yesterday.
Here we go.
And then they didn't go back today. It was like half the school went yesterday, half the school went today. Then Monday, it's like
Let's
on
go.
it. Yeah.
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 So school started. So that's kind of what my letter's based on today.
Oh.
I really don't. It's really not addressed to anyone. But I guess it's just on school starting. So
okay.
Here goes. It's that time of year again. Parents have been counting down the days till they can send their badass kids back to school. No more late night ice cream runs to Andy's. No more binge watching of Stranger Things, and no more TikTok parties. It's over.
Wait, TikTok parties?
Yeah, you stay up all night doing TikToks. They really don't post them. They just do dances. They look at the phone, and they laugh, and then they don't post it or anything like that happen. That's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I had no idea.
Yep. It's back to the grind of that thing we call school. I grew up in a family full of educators, so I've had the pleasure of experiencing the full circle of emotions during this time. The kids are all pissed because they have to wake up early, but for the teachers, principals,
yeah,
this is the first quarter of the Super Bowl right now.
Okay.
Like they have been preparing. They've been preparing for about a month now. They've been getting their classrooms ready, and this is it. So this is their time to shine. Teachers love the first few weeks of school.
Love it. All the classroom decorations they get to show off now.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You live with one. I'm sure
she's not a teacher though.
Yeah, but I'm sure she's excited. I know Erica, and she loves probably like this is her deal.
Pretty frantic. She always just gets it's kind of frantic, getting stressed for the start of school.
Mhm.
You know, getting the handbook ready and all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
there's procedures.
Yeah. You think it's one of those things where they're not really that busy? It's not really that, but it's like makes you feel like you got it going on right now. I always wonder that sometimes. I'm like,
yeah, probably. I mean, well, she's really not doing much anyway, so yeah. Musa, that phone's about to ring. Don't pick it up. Don't you dare pick it up.
You said it. Yeah, I did not say it.
Don't pick it up.
You said it. You might have just ruined like a 25-year friendship.
No, it was a joke. It was a joke, Eric. I'm joking.
25, like 35. Yeah, wow. Yeah, no, even longer than that. Wow.
There are some back-to-school traditions that I'd like to touch on that I happen to love.
Okay.
First, it's the fresh haircut.
Did that with Drew last week?
Yep.
No, on Wednesday. This week on Wednesday.
They get the fresh haircut for school. Why is it that kids want to do stupid crap to their hair in the summer, though?
Because they can. Because they can.
I mean, I did it when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
because you can.
I had the lines in my head.
The vanilla ice.
100%.
Did you do the thing, the long line and the short line?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What was that called?
Lines.
Just lines, yeah.
Just lines, yeah. I did the lines in my head, and then, like a week before school came back in, I went to go see Oscar over at the Broadmoor Barbershop. And he hooked me up with the Boosie fade to get rid of the lines right before school started. The boys today, though, go with two different things. Generally, there's two things. They bleach their hair blonde, which looks horrible. They have a lot of hair, they bleach it. Or they do the mullet. Both are stupid and should only be done as a joke, yet these little boys do these things during the summer, and they ruin any chance that they had of getting to second base. Yeah, that's a thing. Because they have stupid-looking hair.
What age group are we talking about here?
Just depends on where you go to school.
Okay, fair enough. Okay,
Depends on where you go to school.
Got it.
The girls have a few standard choices of their own in the summer. The little thin baby braid with some sort of colorful yarn.
Oh yeah, yep.
That happens.
Yep, sure.
Yep. Or they'll do the highlights like red or orange or blue, like something loud and dumb that they couldn't do normally. That happens in the summer.
Because you can't do it during the school year.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't know who told them it was cute, but it looks terrible. Both. Neither one of them look good.
Yeah.
Okay? So I love that tradition, the haircut. And then second, you got to have a new pair of shoes for the first day of school.
Yes.
That is a must.
Oh, man.
That goes back, 30 years. I can remember 30 years ago, probably 35 years ago. I mean, you have to.
Dude, going to Cortana Mall to pick out our shoes before school. Ah, man. I can remember in 6th grade, I got a pair of Jordans. I don't remember which Jordans they are. Like, I could show you. I don't remember what they were called, like what that design was. But, God, I felt like,
yeah.
Ooh.
Well, listen.
Jordans. Had some LA gear. Reebok pumps.
Yeah. You can tell a lot about the kid depending on what type of shoe that they choose to wear the first day of school.
You think?
100%. If you wear New Balance, you go to private school. And you're afraid to be your own person, so you play it safe and wear something that you know other people won't make fun of. New Balance.
Wait, but like the schools, like private school, like there are rules on what shoes you can wear. Like they can only be white and blue or something. Like
some schools, not all. I mean, maybe
the school I went to.
Not the ones.
No, Erica's school now is like that. You couldn't wear couldn't wear those. Couldn't have patent leather. That was a big thing. Could not have the patent leather. Couldn't wear those Jordans.
Let's see, where was I here?
Sorry, shoes.
That's okay. There's exactly 0 public school kids wearing New Balance. It's not happening. If you choose to wear Chucks, Jordans, or Yeezys and go to private school, you are a trendsetter and don't care what others think. That's a fact.
Okay.
I've got both in my household.
Yeah.
And the exact is true. It's the exact opposite for public school, right? So in other words, if you wear the New Balance, you're stepping out there, but if you wear the Jordans, the Chucks, or the Yeezys, you're kind of falling in line. Okay. Notice what I got right here.
What you got?
This is what I would have worn first day of school.
Oh, bro, I think I found my shoes.
Would have hit them with the J's.
I wouldn't have. Oh, man.
You got them?
Wait, I think I got them, dog. Hang on. I do got them. I got them, dog. Boom. Jordan 6's 1991. There they are. Oh, man.
So nasty. See, yeah, and you were a trendsetter. You weren't wearing Doc Martens. You said, I'm not going to wear Doc Martens like everybody else. I'm wearing this.
Docs weren't a thing then. And this was elementary school. Like, you were in shorts. You were in tennis shoes to school. God.
Oh, those are nasty.
Got him.
Yep.
Got him.
Hey, I'm not sure
91, bro. 1991.
You get you a pair of those.
Oh, man. 1991.
Good year.
Feels like yesterday. A long time ago.
No, it doesn't. Not to me. I'm not sure when the new book sack thing happened, but for some reason I find myself spending $500 every year on book sacks when the ones from last year are perfectly good.
Big Fave just texted me. Those Jordan 6s were dope. Why is he the best?
He's the best.
Why is he the best? Big Fave Hank texted me in a minute and a half, and he just dropped, those Jordan 6s were dope, with a fire emoji.
Hello, somebody. Did he say that afterwards?
No, he didn't. But he's only should have. That would have been so on brand.
Oh, he's a guy.
Oh, he's texting again. Hold on. He's texting again. Hello, somebody.
He said, hello, somebody? Yeah, that's him. Gotta love Big Fave. My guy.
Oh, why is he so good? All right, anyway, go.
All right, this is going to upset some people, but I've had enough of it. The back-to-school pictures.
Oh, wait, what were you going to say about the backpacks? I'm sorry, real quick. I missed that part.
That's it. They have to have a new book sack every year.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
I had the same book. I wore my brother's
old
book sack every year.
I couldn't because it would be shredded. Like, it was just so worn out.
You didn't put your books in a locker?
Maybe
You
I had
see what
more,
I'm saying?
Maybe I
Like-
went to real school and actually had homework and stuff, unlike you.
Maybe. I don't know. All right, can we talk about the back-to-school pictures
It's
for a
your
minute?
letter. You can do whatever you want.
To me, the back-to-school pictures are a subtle brag. It's to post pictures of the world to see your beautiful children, okay? Notice that there's never any ugly kids in back-to-school pictures. You're telling me there's not ugly kids that go to these schools? I'm going to tell you you're a liar. There are. Scroll through back-to-school pictures. You're not going to see any ugly kids. Everybody's good-looking. And they always seem to pop up a day or two after the first day of school. You know why that is.
No, why?
It gives the photographer a chance to filter the piss out of the picture to make their kids look better. It's never like the morning. It's never at, noon or right in the morning, the first day of school.
So you're saying the kids don't actually look good. The pictures are just
Well,
filtered.
either one of them. I mean, the pictures are great. I don't know if the kids are good looking or not, but the pictures are really good.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful 2023 school year, and sincerely, Ryan.
All right. It's after further review. Don Juan Cigar Bar, title sponsor of our Friday shows. We'll knock out a quick break and do some kick rocks. Michael Papierski was in Iowa at the Field of Dreams game last night. He'll be with us in 45 minutes. Stay here.
AFR.
Brought to you by the Baton Rouge General Hospital, brgeneral.org, brgeneral.org. Part of the Mayo Clinic Care Network, that is the Baton Rouge General Hospital. Would highly, highly, highly recommend that you go to the website, brgeneral.org, and learn more about the Mayo Clinic Care Network. You just go to the homepage, and it literally just says right there, learn more. It's on the flipper right now as the main thing. What this allows is your physician here at the Baton Rouge General, clinical collaboration and access to the world-renowned research at the Mayo Clinic at no extra cost to you. Essentially, it's like you're being treated in a collaborative effort with someone at the Mayo Clinic at no extra cost to you. That's how the Baton Rouge General continues, the first in Louisiana, continues to expand healthcare right here in Baton Rouge. Learn more at brgeneral.org. That's brgeneral.org for the Baton Rouge General Hospital.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an Ochsner Care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Ochsner Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Vizzy, the first hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C. It just hits different. Open and shaking it on the floor. I'm finna go to the bar to get some drink and hit the floor. I'm finna get on 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 the floor. She wanna try to give me
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, the Riot Radio Hour with Ryan Theriot and Matt Moscona, presented by Bowie Outfitters.
You watching any NFL preseason?
I watched a little bit of it, but I wouldn't say I'm locked in on it.
You watched a little bit of what?
The Raiders last week. Did they play last week?
The Hall of Fame game?
Yeah, I watched that.
How much?
I was on a zip line, and they had a big projector, and as I was zipping over the water, I was watching it.
So not at all?
Not really.
Okay. Well, had you been watching, so I'm a little bit of a junkie, you know this.
Football junkie?
Well, yeah, and preseason. Okay. I mean, I actually sit there and watch the preseason. Got to watch Malik Willis last night with Tennessee Titans.
He went off. Yeah, I did see him. He did a little sidearm throw.
Did you just watch a highlight?
Yeah. I saw that.
Sure. Well, also last night on NFL Network was the Patriots and the Giants. And preseason unsportsmanlike conduct penalties are back. So last night, the Giants, the Patriots are playing. There's a pass in the end zone. The Giants cornerback defends the pass, gives them the arms out as if to say incomplete, and they threw a flag for taunting. Are you going to watch it, or are you going to keep typing on your phone?
Wait. Hold on. I didn't even see him do anything.
Put his arms up right there.
The guy in the white jersey?
Yes.
You can't do that?
Nope. Taunting.
Oh.
So people are melting right now. Do you need a minute?
No, I'm good. Is this bothering you?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're trying to do it's
man, you're a pro. You sit up here you do this by yourself all the time. You don't. I'm good. You don't need me to just or do you? I mean, I will. You want to put these on? I'll go back to. Okay, I got it. My bad.
The difference is when I'm doing a solo show, I don't need to engage with anybody. But if I'm doing a show with you, then I need to engage with you.
Okay.
And you're not even paying attention. So the audience is basically just waiting in suspense because you're texting. What are you texting?
Suspense is good.
What are you texting? I think I got an eyelash in my eyeball.
Man, that really sucks.
I know. But you know what? It was worse whenever I used to have contacts. Shout out Dr. Blake Williamson.
Oh, he's a guy.
These are the moments when I'm so glad I don't wear contacts anymore. And it might seem little, but if you wear contacts, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You wear contacts, you get an eyelash, and then you touch it, but then you get film on your contact lens. You get dirt on your contact lens. You have to take it out and then go rinse it. Then what if you tear it? It's the worst.
Yeah,
I don't have to worry anymore.
No.
Now I got eyelash. I'll just
get in there.
I'll just touch my eyeball and just got it.
Get it. Yeah, done. Get in there. I like that.
So good.
You're good. So you like the football? I mean, is that good?
Kick rocks.
What are we doing? What do you want to talk about?
Hit the thing.
It's now time to kick rocks with Ryan Theriot. Presented by Roto-Rooter Plumbing.
NBA can kick rocks because they're so dang sensitive.
What are you looking at? Kick rocks.
As a matter of fact, the NFL can kick rocks too.
We've got rocks. You know what to do.
In that case, then Matt's going to have to kick rocks.
Now let's see if Ryan Theriot actually prepared for this week's segment.
I'm going to tell myself to kick rocks.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Try to be engaging. try to get you involved, try to set you up with a sort of professional bump set, let you spike it, and you just ignore me. You're just texting. What are you doing over there? Who are you even texting?
I wasn't texting. I was writing down kick rocks. It's prepping. It's called prep.
So you're prepping during the segment that you're trying to do.
It's before the segment.
No, we were already in the segment.
It's before it actually happens, so that's called prepping.
No, the rejoin had happened. We're in the segment.
Well, I mean,
that's called scrambling.
Well, okay. I was scrambling.
You know what? You, for a long time, what you've wanted to do is get rid of this intro to Kick Rocks, haven't you? You said that's not even true anymore. I prep Kick Rocks.
Well, and there's a sponsor that's not a sponsor on there.
Well, today you've debunked all of that. It all reverts to true.
You're true.
Your face is true, is what that is. Your face.
Hey, you know who can kick rocks?
Get thick candy shell.
You know who can kick rocks?
Who?
The people in the NFL Hall of Fame that are complaining about the other people getting into the NFL Hall of Fame that aren't good enough.
Kick rocks.
Hey, you know who else can kick rocks?
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
You know who else can kick rocks?
Who?
The people letting people in the NFL Hall of Fame that aren't good enough to be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Kick rocks.
Both sides can kick rocks. Now, I do believe that both the NFL and the NBA, the criteria to get in is extremely lax, especially in the NFL. Like, I feel like you got to bring something to the table. Baseball, I think baseball kind of has it right on the people. Like, I don't think they let enough people in baseball. The other two big major sports, I think they let too many people in. So I get it. I mean, Deion is going to open his mouth. He's been opening his mouth about everything recently, whatever, just because he's a coach at Jackson State. And he kind of has a point. I kind of get it. But I also think that you're probably better off just leaving that one alone. All right.
I think Zach Thomas should be in the Hall of Fame.
I do. I mean, I think Zach Thomas should be in. Maybe. I don't know.
I do.
What's his numbers? Is he ever, was he an All-Pro?
Mm-hmm.
How many times? A couple?
Zach Thomas. Well, the other thing, too, is, like, you compare it to guys that are in. Like, most recently, this came up because Sam Mills got in, the late Sam Mills. And there is a little bit of an asterisk because Sam Mills played in the USFL before he came to the NFL. But Zach Thomas, all of his numbers are better than Sam Mills. Years played, tackles, sacks, tackles for loss, all of it. Zach Thomas played in 182 games. He started 182 games, played in 184. Finished his career with 1,700 tackles. And numbers in football don't mean what they do in baseball. Like, right? We've talked about this before, but 500 homers, 3,000 hits, 300 wins are these benchmark numbers in baseball. It used to just be automatic admission to Camden, right? To Cooperstown. And it's not like that in football. So it's more, I think, it's more moments. It's who created legendary moments in their careers. Like Kurt Warner didn't have longevity, but he won a Super Bowl with the Rams, greatest show on turf, got the Cardinals, who were terrible, got the Cardinals to a Super Bowl. So the fact that he led two different franchises to a Super Bowl, I think was a big part of why Kurt Warner got in. He was deserving, but he didn't play for 15 years. It was different in football.
It is. I just think it's a bad look when players that are in have an opinion about the other thing. Anyway.
I don't mind players stumping for their contemporaries to get in. Like if you're
Deion,
but
when you're throwing a dude that got in, when you're trashing that, like I don't like that.
That I agree. That I agree. Yes, I do agree. I agree.
Okay. You been watching any of the Little League World Series?
Nope, don't care.
I like the Little League World Series.
I don't like the Little League World Series.
I think it's cool.
I think it's fine for the kids to play. It does not need to be on my television. I do not need 12-year-olds playing baseball on ESPN all throughout August. No thank you. I'm not interested.
The umpires at the Little League World Series can kick rocks.
Of course, because they're
stink.
It's 12-year-old baseball.
They're the worst.
The bigger problem are people like you who are big leaguers who are watching 12-year-old baseball expecting a big league product.
The guy down the third base line says foul. The dude at home plate umpire says fair. The kids run the bases like the circus music's playing and score, and then it's a walk-off win. But the guy in the field put his hands up for play to stop. So everybody on the field, what'd they do, Matt? They stopped. But the guy behind the plate let them all run, and then that team got to win the game. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Those guys can kick rocks.
Kick rocks. Don't care.
Why does
we all talk about like, oh, it's the purity of the sport, and they're like, I don't need to watch 12-year-olds play baseball. Not interested. I'm pumped for those kids to have that experience.
Yeah, it's great.
Great, good for them. Williamsport, all that stuff, absolutely. I don't. You asked, have I been watching? My answer is no. I haven't crushed it on air.
You kind of are right now.
Well, because you asked. You asked me my opinion. I'm going to give you my opinion.
No, I just asked if you would watch it. I didn't ask you if you liked it.
No, I'm not watching it. And the reason I'm not watching is because
you didn't have to.
I don't need to watch 12-year-old baseball.
Poor kids living their dreams.
Live your dreams. Have a great time. But there is nothing interesting for me with the Little League World Series.
Why do you hate kids?
I don't hate kids. I have no desire to watch 12-year-olds play baseball, especially when it's not my child.
I'm going to give a hug.
My nephew plays
Since
baseball.
Your attitude stinks right now.
I'll go watch my nephew play baseball.
On baseball, you have a stinky attitude on baseball.
No, I don't have a stinky attitude on baseball. You asked me if I've been watching the Little League World Series, and I told you no.
We're watching it right now.
Because ESPN and ESPN2 are on all time in studio.
Look at Dylan Murphy. His favorite subject in school is math.
12 years old. He's 5'3".
Yep. Let's see what old Dylan does. Hey,
Bowed it straight back.
I'm gonna give a hug.
He's on it. Hun now, babe. Straighten it out. Hun now, babe.
Can I give a hug to the Field of Dreams game?
Sure.
Did you watch any of that?
Nope.
Man, it was pretty cool.
I was watching preseason football last night.
They came walking out of the cornfield. And the coolest part of it, I want to give a hug to my favorite player of all time, Ken Griffey Jr. and his dad come walking out, and they end up playing catch in the outfield, and both of them dropped the ball, which was kind of funny. I want to give a hug to that whole setup. It's pretty cool. I'm super jealous that my boy Mac Chuili was there. So he can kick rocks for going. But
kick rocks.
Oh, look at Dylan. He got into one.
Attaboy. That's actually just a CNI single.
Attaboy, Dill. Boy, big Dill. Mother Nature can kick rocks because it rains every day and we can't get any roofs done.
Well, see, I say this two ways, as a matter of fact. The rain. You're right. It's a catch-22. The rain is great because it leads to way more business for us at HUDCO.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Because I hate to say it this way, but I'm going to say it this way.
Say it. I mean, you got it.
I say it all the time. What do I say all the time? There's two ways to find out if you got roof damage. What are the two ways? One, you let us come do an inspection.
That's it.
Two, you wait for it to rain, and then you got water spots on your roof, on your ceiling. Well, I warned you. I warn you every day.
Now you got to change your ceiling and drywall, cut it out, repaint. Maybe have some damage in your attic, decking issues,
all that.
Yeah.
So it stormed yesterday, and you know what happens? Our phone rings because people got water spots all up on their roof, and you know what? On their ceiling, and you know what? Try to warn you.
Look, I got a call from Carol Ann Lambert today.
Yeah.
I mean, same setup out in Folsom. We're gonna go help her out.
You going out to Folsom? HUDCO goes out to Folsom?
Oh yeah. Going out to Folsom. They even said, hey, if you want to come fish, I mean, we have right on the river, and you can come hunt and do all this stuff. I said, you know what? I'll take you up on that.
A couple of people called from Lafayette. Does HUDCO go out to Lafayette?
Sure.
Oh, really?
We love Acadiana. HUDCO loves Lafayette. Mm-hmm.
Okay. New Orleans?
Of course.
I know.
I just asked Rodney Beloso, Cade Beloso's dad.
Hot Rod.
Shout out. Handling St. Bernard Parish in New Orleans for HUDCO.
Yep.
Boy, Hot Rod. I wonder if we could give Hot Rod's number out on the air.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him first.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Do business with someone you know. A big HUDCO testimonial drop coming this weekend, by the way, on all the socials. Make sure you're following HUDCO on the socials if you're not.
Oh, yeah. We got
big.
Yeah, we got
I tell you know what? I'll give a little teaser. We hired Will Stout.
We did.
We hired Will Stout. That's not a joke. Will is doing he's doing independent video production right now. So anybody can hire. We hired Will Stout, HUDCO did, to produce some content for us. I was on a roof a couple of weeks back, wasn't I?
And look, you look official too in the thing.
I do, don't I?
Yes, you
got
look
the
like
HUDCO hat.
You look like a
shirt, jeans.
So Will texts me before he finished the final editing, and he says, "Hey, let's talk about music. Background music.
Yeah.
We could do like just an instrumental. We can do rock. We can do country." I said, "Will, I didn't hire you to put country music in the background.
No.
He said, okay, we're turning up. So we turned up.
That's what he said?
Yeah, he said, we're turning up. So it's pretty good. Shout out Will Stout, man. Good, you did a good job. And more to come, too. I mean, we got some more stuff coming down the pipe.
Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do we do commercial buildings?
Duh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just, we do residential.
Yes. We've got 3 commercial buildings going right now, like as we speak.
Oh.
Yeah. Apartment complexes, residential, commercial building, whatever.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
HudcoRoofing.com.
Do business with someone you know.
I know you. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to say, and I know you.
The guy says, is this Ryan Theriot? I said, yeah. You know what he said? I listened to you on Moscona's show.
Of course he does.
Great people over there in Folsom.
Everybody listens. All right, it's after further review. We'll knock out a quick break, come back. You think the Saints should trade for Roquan Smith?
Yeah. Well, look, you got to say, you can't do that. I'm not good at that. No, they shouldn't.
When we come back, Ryan will tell you why he thinks the Saints should trade for Roquan Smith. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Insurance Network of Louisiana. Better coverage for less money. 293-0450, 293-0450, or lainsurance.net. Give Insurance Network of Louisiana a call. There is no catch. This is not a bait and switch. This is not a fine print type ad. It is this easy. You call Insurance Network of Louisiana. You give them a little info about your current insurance coverage. And then they go shop independently for free to see if they can beat it. They'll shop dozens of the top-rated companies in the world who want to compete for your business. Literally the worst thing that can happen. Literally the worst thing that could happen is they come back and say, hey, the coverage you have right now is perfect. Stick with it. That's the worst thing that could happen, but at least you would know. Or maybe you end up saving money and getting better coverage. 293-0450, 293-0450, or lainsurance.net. It's Insurance Network of Louisiana. Stop overpaying to be underinsured. 293-0450.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
5, 4, 3, 2.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. The Riot Radio Hour with Ryan Theriot and Matt Moscona, presented by Bowie Outfitters.
Ian Rappaport was a guest on the Pat McAfee show and gave an update on the Roquan Smith situation. Of course, I've made my case why I think the Saints should trade for Roquan Smith if he is actually available. Here was Rappaport.
I think the reason they removed from the PUP list is because he's not injured. So you can't really have a guy who's on the PUP list who doesn't have an injury. So that's why they had to do it, because he was fine. My understanding is he's not expected to practice. And what happens now is sort of anyone's guess. He has requested a trade. He's called on ownership, as you said. I haven't sensed any movement. No, I know the team would like to sign him, but I haven't sensed any, movement toward that as far as the ownership getting involved. So, it's going to be interesting to see what tack they take. Like, do they come after his money, or do they say, let's give this is one of our best players, let's give it some more time and hopefully work out a deal. By taking him off this list, which, again, they had to do, it got really interesting.
So, by the way, Matt Eberflus, who is the GM, was asked about... Go ahead.
What did you just say?
Matt Eberflus. It's the man's name.
Spell that.
I saw you look out of my periphery.
Eberflus?
While, by the way, I'm hosting...
What did you just say?
While I'm hosting the show and you're playing on your phone again, I just saw you from head down, hammering away on your phone to, slowly just look up at me when I said Eberflus. I knew it. I knew it.
Spell that.
You spell
it. Eberflus.
I think you threw a T in on the end.
There's not a T?
No, it's just flus, not flust.
Eberflus.
Yeah.
EIBIER Flus. FLOOSE. Oh.
You added way too many vowels. There are no I's, by the way. You had two I's.
Okay. EE.
Nope. Just E.
Spell it.
EBER.
That's Eber.
FLUS. Eberflus.
That's Eberflus.
It depends on the country of origin.
What's his first name?
Matt.
Eberflus.
Eberflus. Should I take this moment to point out that your name is The Riot?
You were right. Okay, let's move on.
I know I'm right. Why did you waste our time with that? I mean, by the way, if I'm phonetically pronouncing your name, I'm either saying The Riot or I'm saying Theriot. Theriot.
Okay.
Watch this. Watch this. I'll prove my point to you. Dang it. Hang on, prove my point. Hey, Siri, call Ryan Theriot.
Calling Ryan Theriot.
Theriot.
Siri says Theriot. So you can't say nothing about
Eberflus.
Eberflus again.
Bianco. Remember that? That was good.
Bianca?
Yep, Bianca.
Why would you say Bianca? Bianca graduated from LSU today. Did you see that?
Bianca Bell?
No, Drew Bianco.
Oh.
Also, by the way, big shout out to Vernell Singleton.
With the Band-Aid on his shoulder.
Band-Aid on
he
his
was a
shoulder.
dude.
Vernell Singleton graduated from LSU today. How about this, man? I mean, Vernell, 4 years at LSU, won more than 80 games. They made 4 NCAA tournaments. He, of course, overlapped with Shaq during his time in Baton Rouge. Vernell came back and finished his degree and walked today. How about Vernell Singleton with the little Band-Aid, a little Snoopy Band-Aid on his shoulder?
You think he still does that? Maybe.
No.
He might. He could.
If I would have, it was the first thing I thought. I'm like, I would have loved to have seen, like, if he, like, that would have been a really cool throwback, but I don't think any of his classmates would have known at all. They don't even know who he is.
No.
None of them were born when he was playing.
He's just the old creepy guy in
The old
class.
But dude, he's still like really put together.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, it's even at this point in life, you know.
Good for Vernell. I was a fan.
How could you not? 24, so smooth, man. Great player.
Good for him. Maybe I should go back.
That's right. You didn't finish. Didn't you talk about doing that one time? Because like you were gonna coach. We went through this, didn't we?
Yeah, so Paul was like, hey, man, I'll get you set up with an advisor, and we'll get you, the whole deal. And, I'm good right now.
Why?
Right now.
Why?
I mean, I may go at some point. I don't know. I don't think I have much, honestly. I think it's like, less than 30 hours. But you can do that online, can't you?
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah, I made it.
So LSU basketball, and their congratulations to Vernell, said he's part of Project Graduation. So apparently Project Graduation is, I would assume that's a thing that they're doing to try to get guys to come back and get their degree.
Oh, I want to do that. Project Graduation.
Dwayne Spencer and Vernell Singleton, who played for Dale Brown, received their diplomas Friday as part of Project Graduation. Spencer was able to be here for the ceremony. Singleton was unable to attend due to an illness in his family. The mission of Project Graduation is simple: to assist former student-athletes with completing graduation requirements and obtain their degrees so they can move forward in their careers and individual life pursuit.
Who's in charge of that project?
I don't know.
That graduation project.
I think it's called Project Graduation.
I'm going to send him an email.
Okay. You could probably talk to Coach Brown.
Dale?
Yeah, he's the one who's talking here.
Talk to Coach Brown.
Yeah, this is all according to Coach Brown in the LSU article there. You want to get your degree?
I'd like to have it. I don't want to go get it, but I'd like to have it. Is that, you know what I'm saying?
You mean like you would do online courses and stuff?
Could Jonna do the work? Like if it was online? You know what I'm saying? But think about it. Like, how would they know who was doing it? Houston's all my kids are pretty smart. They could do it together. Like, they could go to college. It'd be like prep for them to go to college. Just do all the work. Is that legal? How would they know?
They wouldn't.
Well, then that's what we'll do.
Terrific. We'll let your high school children complete your college degree for you.
I give them food every day and a house over their head. The least they could do is do my college work for me.
Great point. We'll wrap up the hour with Ask Ryan next.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time.
Or you don't pay a dime.
Couldn't think of anything, could you?
Nope.
752-0001. That's okay. You know what tomorrow is, right?
Saturday.
Yep. And Saturday's on the weekend.
It is.
So what happens tomorrow if your AC at your home or like goes out?
You better call River City.
Some companies aren't going to take your call on the weekend.
Not on Saturday.
Some companies aren't going to send a technician to your house on the weekend. Some companies aren't going to be there nights or holidays either. You know who is?
River City.
River City's 1 Hour Air. For 40 years. 752-0001, 752-0001. Nights, holidays, weekends, they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. Their technicians are always on call and someone can get out to your house. 752-0001, 752-0001 for River City's 1 Hour Air. look for the big yellow trucks and vans with the giant clock on the side. 752-0001.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $12,000 off MSRP on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Dad!
Kids have staked out their place at Ochsner Medical Complex The Grove, where more than 30 pediatricians and pediatric specialists are all conveniently located under one roof, so you can spend less time driving and more time keeping your kids well. Grove, Ochsner Health Center for Children.
Gulf Coast Bank and bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. The Riot Radio Hour with Ryan Theriot and Matt Moscona, presented by Bowie Outfitters.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2. Michael Papierski in 10 minutes. We always wrap up the hour with Ask Ryan, so get your questions in. Email us, tweet us, jump in the bike board, YouTube chat, text me in the 225-396-4400, 396-4400. Darren Bone, Ask Ryan. How do I get a Hudco hat like the one you got? Does 165,000 followers on social media help my case?
Yeah, absolutely. Is that a real thing?
I mean, I don't know what Darren Bone is.
If he's got, you don't have to have any followers, Darren. We'll get you a hat. Let us get up on your roof.
Cliff Nelson, Ask Ryan. Is it better to get a roof inspection before or after you get a leak?
Probably before, Cliff.
He also sent me a picture of Jordan's on his whiskey shelf.
He's a guy.
Yeah. I don't know if he was just trying to show off his whiskey or if he was trying to show off the shoe.
A little bit of both.
Bill Goodson said, my phone tried to call Ryan Theriot when you asked Siri on the radio. Do it again. Actually, people can call you. What's that number? 364-1007. That's the HUDCO number, which does ring Ryan South, 364-1007. Tony Moore asked Ryan, who is better, Sandy Koufax or Bob Gibson?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really watch either one. I mean, come on. Like, I sit there and watch those guys pitch. I said Bob Gibson threw really hard, so did Koufax. I mean, I don't know.
Long time ago.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Dr. Stephen Tramuta. Dr. T, you know?
Dr. T.
Ask Ryan, if your daughter does your college classes, will you give her back her T-shirt? Did you steal her T-shirt? Oh, maybe they're saying that you're wearing her T-shirt right now. Maybe that was a joke that you're wearing her T-shirt now. Yeah, that wasn't very good. These aren't very good today. Austin M. asked Ryan, will the Braves beat the Dodgers in the NLCS and the Astros beat the Yankees in the ALCS?
I don't think the Astros will beat the Yankees. I wish they would, but I don't think they're gonna. No, I don't think the Braves will beat the Dodgers. No.
What's going on over at Bowie right now?
Well, it's hard to believe, but it's been 20 years since Bowie Outfitters have been in existence.
Since they opened their doors.
It's been 20 years. So the anniversary sale is going on at Bowie Outfitters. A blowout anniversary sale at that. 30% off all spring and casual duck, camo, Sims, 30% off all footwear, 25% off all fishing.
Wow.
Not Shimano reels or Waterloo. 25% off all archery, 2021 archery. Look, there's all kind of stuff, all kind of great sales going on at Bowie Outfitters. The 20th anniversary sale inside the store. Go check them out at Bowie Outfitters or look at them at BowieOutfitters.com.
Ask Ryan, will you come to Sugarfield Spirits Distillery for a Screw Cancer fundraiser tonight from 7 to 9 p.m.?
Where is that?
It's in Lake Gonzales.
I mean, had I known, I probably would have.
Michael Papierski. Next.
AFR.
Brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. That's southpointvw.com. Remember, you can shop them online because if it's on the lot, it's online at southpointvw.com. 9 different IIHS top safety picks. So you have the peace of mind knowing that when you drive a Volkswagen, you're driving one of the safest vehicles on the road. When you're behind the wheel, when your significant other, when your children are in the car, if you have children that are driving now, and it makes you a little nervous, and you want to get them something safe that they'll also like to drive, Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highland, that's where you'll find South Point Volkswagen, Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer. Nobody moves more Volkswagens than South Point because nobody's going to work harder to get you the perfect deal. And their inventory, southpointvw.com. Southpointvw.com. South Point Volkswagen, what's your direction?
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
There's nothing better than tailgating, but it can be a lot of work. So why do it yourself when you don't have to? Let Revelry Sports and Entertainment set up your luxury tailgate on campus. Order what you want and just show up to party. Book your tailgate today at revelryteam.com. Revelry Sports, the official tailgate partner of LSU Athletics.
Go back to school in style with the new or pre-owned vehicle from Corval Toyota in Opelousas. It's an easy process, and vehicles are getting to our lot weekly. Make the decision now or reserve your new Toyota today. Come on down to Corval Toyota in Opelousas. That's Happy Town, USA.
Light beer shouldn't taste like water. Miller Lite has more taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. There are 5 NFL preseason games tonight, including the 49ers hosting the Packers. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo is still on the San Francisco roster. ESPN's Nick Wagoner.
They're still kind of in a holding pattern, but there's a really big shoe to drop that I think they're waiting for and have been waiting for a while, and that's with what happened to Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. I've been told by people on both sides of the Niners and in Garoppolo's camp that they're kind of just waiting to see how that plays out.
Nick Wagoner on KJ and Max. Deshaun Watson and the Browns set to play in Jacksonville against the Jaguars tonight. Watson is expected to start for Cleveland. Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins will isolate for at least 5 days after testing positive for COVID-19. He will miss Sunday's preseason opener against the Raiders. Cousins missed a regular season game last year after a positive test. Novak Djokovic withdraws from next week's tournament in Cincinnati. He is still unvaccinated and can't travel to the U.S., may also miss the upcoming U.S. Open.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. If you're a renter, make sure you're protected. Renter's insurance includes options that cover stolen property, personal injury, and living expenses if your place is damaged. Quote renter's insurance at progressive.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios. That's right.
You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again.
Please, sir. I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Hour 3 off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Muso. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one.
Yeah.
Last night, Field of Dreams game in Iowa. It was the Reds and the Cubs, which means a couple of former Tigers got to play in the game. Of course, Jake Fraley and this guy, Michael Papierski, good enough to join us now. Pap, we appreciate the time, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Dude, our pleasure. All right, let me just ask you, what was the experience like?
It was once in a lifetime, experience. It was a long day, let me tell you, but worth every second of it, knowing, the history and everything that has happened in Iowa.
Long day, elaborate. What'd y'all do?
We woke up about 8 o'clock in New York. We had to fly in because they had no hotels available to stay in. So we flew in the same day we played. We got there about 1:45. We were supposed to get in, I think, about maybe 12:30, but we got in late. We had team photos it was supposed to be at 2 o'clock, but they weren't till 3. So everything was rushed. It did stink. We didn't get to, experience the house and the movie scene and, all the set. But everything else was awesome. So we get there about 3 o'clock. We get to take BP on the field, hit some balls into the corn. That was pretty cool. I can't say I've ever done that before. And then, we got to eat some food and get ready for the game. And then we had to head back to Cincinnati after because there was no hotels. And our plane took a long time to take off, and, all this. We land, and then our bus didn't start. So we
awesome.
didn't get home till about 4 a.m.
Wait, so where did y'all fly into and out of?
We flew into, I don't remember where we flew into, but I can't think what it's called.
But it was in Iowa.
It was in Iowa, yes.
Oh, wow.
It was about a 50-minute drive.
Man, so y'all had a hell of a long day.
Did you talk to Griffey?
I did not.
What's wrong with you? That's all I would have wanted to do is go hang out with Kid Dynamite for a little while.
The kid, man.
Come on, Pap.
Hey, when you were walking through the corn, I've always wondered this. There's no way they can go find all of the baseballs that have been hit into the corn, right? So, did you, when you were walking through the corn, find a baseball?
I didn't find a baseball.
All right.
I didn't even think about that.
I mean, but that makes sense, though, right? I mean, there's no way that they've gone into the corn and found every ball that's ever been hit in there. There's got to be just random BP balls in that corn.
There has to be.
Who plays there? Is that field used for a team, or is it just?
No.
I don't know, but I do know that Frank Thomas, I think, either bought the land or bought land around it, and is going to try to make a little Cooperstown or something like that.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Is what I'm hearing.
No, Major League Baseball built this facility for this purpose, for this game. So it's not like it's being used on the reg by a team or anything like that. Michael Papierski's with us. Pap up with the Reds right now. Got to talk to Pap whenever, of course, when he got the call up. And so the game itself, though, you just detailed a really, really long day, but you got to play a major league game in front of a couple thousand fans, a really intimate setting. What was that like? Go ahead.
I think it was about 8,000 fans is what they got in there.
So, what was the atmosphere like?
Yeah, it was different. It kind of felt like maybe a college game. Just not the whole stadium effect all the way around, and the fans being so close and right on top of you. You can hear them talking, they can hear you talking. But it was awesome.
So
it was awesome. They did a great job.
So in a major league ballpark, the couple things you just touched on, the music's loud and the atmosphere is electric. So I'm assuming the speakers and the announcer setup was different. If you look aesthetically, from TV, we could see that there wasn't that big stadium feel. I'm wondering, the playing surface, was it up to par? Was it up to standards? Because Jonathan India, arguably one of the better players on y'all's team in the league, heck of a player, suffered a pretty bad injury, right? So, was there some of that going on there where the surface wasn't great?
No, the surface was actually really good. They did a great job with that. He just got hit by a pitch, and it just got him in a pretty good spot.
Got him. Yeah, he's out. Okay.
Bad one, I want to say.
Pap's with us. Pap, so what's So you all got back late. Now you're going to go play Chicago. So like it's a continuation of this series. In the middle of a season, are you okay? Are your teammates okay with this kind of a disruption, especially considering the travel you just described?
I mean, it was tough, but like I said, it was once in a lifetime. It was awesome. It was, it was just a different experience, and not too many people get to do it. So, we're all super happy and thankful we got to be, one of the few that have got to go there and play. We do have the off day today, so, we get a little bit of rest and we'll be ready to go for tomorrow.
Hey, Pap, you've been in the big leagues now for a pretty good amount of time, so you've had the opportunity to receive a few checks. Have you bought anything cool yet? Like, I want to know if you went on like a show shopping spree and bought anything good.
So stupid.
I have not bought anything for myself, but I have bought some stuff. I bought some stuff for my wife.
Attaboy, you hooked her up. All right. I did. Interesting. I mean, every two weeks is a good day for you now, right? I mean, I get it. I just want to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Like what? What do we get?
We actually just got back from Louis Vuitton, and we got her a nice backpack.
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm talking about.
It's the show, Coach. He's in it. It's the show. Attaboy. I'm proud of you, Pat.
Attaboy. I mean, Theriot walks around with Louis Vuitton shoes all the time now. Like every
he
time
does. He thinks he's show.
Mr. Louis.
Every time I go to a meeting with you, you're in Louis Vuitton with like big
That's
LV on the shoe. That's absolutely
true.
Your Louis Vuitton shoes and your Tupac socks. Yes, that's true.
I do have Tupac socks.
I know it's a fact.
Tupac socks.
I do have socks with Tupac with the bandana.
Yes, the bandana that rolls that comes down the sock as well. Pat, hey man, it sounds like an awesome experience. Sorry the travel day sucked, but I know for a lot of baseball fans, it's cool to watch the Field of Dreams game, man. Congrats on all the success, man. We'll be in touch.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on. Y'all have a great day.
All right, bro.
See you, man. It's Michael Papierski up with the Reds now. And, I was thinking about this. Major League Baseball from time to time has done cool stuff like that. And I remember several years back they went and played a Major League game in Cuba. It was a big deal when they did it, and the Rays went and played. And Mikey Matuk was on the Rays at the time. And we talked to Mikey about that. These guys, I mean, that's a pretty...
I did the Hall of Fame game in Cooperstown.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
So what was that like?
Just what he said.
It was a hellish travel day?
Yeah, it's like hellish. I mean, but it's just different. I mean, you're so used to everything being perfect, and so when you have to get off a plane and drive an hour and a half to Cooperstown, then get dressed in a gym and eat Jimmy John's sandwiches before the game, you're just not used to that. Not that it's bad, but you're used to everything else being perfect, and charter planes and, you're in and outs. I mean, that side of it is weird. I mean, the dugout, like he was talking about the fans being on top of you. I mean, think about LSU.
Yeah.
Their dugouts, it's not like that. These old stadiums, I mean, it's a different feel. It's almost like a high school feel.
I think it's pretty cool to get to say you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Reds lost the game last night, so Pap came on the day after a loss, and when he just had a day off, obviously, before they head to Chicago to finish the continuation of that series. But we appreciate Pat for jumping aboard, and Fraley, you'll play that game as well. So, all right, it's after further review. We're glad to have you with us here. Stick around. I do want to talk about Saints Texans preseason opener tomorrow. What I'm looking for, maybe Theriot might have something he's looking for in the preseason opener, but probably not. It'll probably just be me and Theriot making light of everything I care about. It's AFR.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by Clegg's Nursery. 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Buy local, shop local at Clegg's Nursery. Great opportunity this weekend. If you get a little clearing in the weather, you want to go buy some flowers, add a pop of color to your flower bed, to the patio pots. Clegg's has the best selection. And remember, all of their flowers and their plants and their trees and their shrubs, everything, it's all acclimated to South Louisiana because it's all grown here. You go to the box stores a lot of times, it's stuff that could be grown in other states and then shipped in on a truck. So it may not react as well to the climate. And just supporting local businesses is always a great option. That's Clegg's Nursery. They've supported our communities for 60 years. So any of the 4 locations, Seagan near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Clegg's is partnered with True Value Hardware Store. Pick up a Spartan Mosquito Eradicator. Buy local, shop local at Clegg's Nursery.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ITI's got all these programs. Once I started and learned everything about the school, it was worth it.
The challenges that ITI presented me with, it allowed me to build myself up.
All because of ITI, I actually was able to get a job within 3 months before graduation in my field.
Get the hands-on training you need for the job you've always wanted. With so many companies hiring right now, it's the perfect time to come to ITI Technical College. Enroll today for a better life.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $12,000 off MSRP on all new 2022 Ram Black Widow trucks in stock. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
There's nothing better than tailgating, but it can be a lot of work. So why do it yourself when you don't have to? Let Revelry Sports and Entertainment set up your luxury tailgate on campus. Order what you want and just show up to party. Book your tailgate today.
They be like, no, he didn't. Tattoos and fast cars, do you know who we are? I'm Lil Weezy, putting it down for them all. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Pinky ring, read about 50, bling, bling. Every time I buy a new ride, bling, bling.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, rolling along here, 5 o'clock hour on a Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. In about 30 minutes from right now, we'll wrap up the show with Ask Ryan, so you can start to line up your questions for Ask Ryan. I'll make sure I leave enough time so we can get to a lot of them. You can always email us, tweet us, jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat, or text your question in the 225 at 396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. I am pretty pumped. You know what Saturday is, right? Saturday it begins, Mr. The Riot. Saturday, the march to the black and gold Super Bowl begins. Saturday, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen?
What?
Today is my sister-in-law's birthday. Shout out Jennifer. JJ's 46. She probably wouldn't want me to say her age. Don't care. Having the whole family over to the house tomorrow. We're going to do swim. Erica's dad's making a big pot of spaghetti. She'll have cake and all kind of stuff. Whiskey, cigars, the guys at night. It'll be a good time. But you know what's going to be on the TV?
What?
Saints, Texans. You want to know what I'm going to be wearing?
Man of God headband.
My Man of God headband.
Yep,
you better believe it. Man of God headband is coming out because this is why the preseason still to this day gets me jazzed there, Mr. The Riot.
Why?
Because from the time the previous season ends until the first preseason game, you never get an opportunity to see your favorite team in their uniform. It don't matter if everybody wearing a uniform is going to get cut in a few weeks. It's still the uniform of my favorite team playing a football game.
You like spring training baseball too?
Nope.
This is the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's exactly
It's
the
not
same
the same thing
100%.
at all. Because in spring training, you nitwits play a million games. Doesn't even matter.
It matters.
No, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what. Stats don't count. And you still see the starters play. This is for guys trying to earn roster spots. And I care about those last 3 spots on the roster. I do.
Oh, yeah?
I do. I do care.
Okay.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because last season when we were all fretting that Marshawn Lattimore is going to be suspended in the middle of camp, P-Rob decides he's peacing out and he's going to retire. And we're looking at Ken Crawley. You know what it mattered? It mattered for Paulson Adebo, who ended up starting as a rookie, getting that experience in the preseason. It mattered for him.
I don't even know who you're talking about right now.
Pierre Thomas. Don't tell me preseason didn't matter for Pierre Thomas, the PT Cruiser brother. Made the team in preseason. Became an integral part of the Super Bowl champion team in 2009. Don't tell me it don't matter. The march to the black and gold Super Bowl begins tomorrow, Mr. The Riot. Saints, Texans. I'm going to tell you what I'm looking forward to.
All right, you tell me, and then I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to.
First and foremost,
okay,
Dennis Allen's debut. I know it's not the regular season, but let's not get it twisted. Dennis Allen's been a head coach once. And he stunk. His team's out in Oakland. That was Oakland. But they stunk.
He was young.
This is his opportunity again. He needs game day reps of what it's like to be the head coach of a football team again on the sideline, making the decisions. Pete Carmichael, he's the primary play caller.
Yep.
He needs to get back into that flow. He's done it before, and he's been great when he's done it. But, bro, you got to get some reps.
Yeah.
It matters.
Yeah.
Knock the rust off.
I'm excited to see what Jim Mora does.
Jim Mora's not the coach.
That's what I'm excited, and how he runs the defensive schemes and works with the guys. Jim
Mora's not the coach.
I'm excited to see how Jim Mora can fit in with Carmichael and then the other guy. What's his name? What's the head coach's name for the Saints?
Dennis Allen.
Dennis Allen?
He is the head coach.
I thought he was a lineman.
Who?
Dennis Allen. It's Jared Allen, the lineman.
He's also retired. He was a defensive end for the Minnesota Vikings, and he is long since retired.
I got it.
Okay. You know what else I'm looking forward to? Draft picks. Trevor Penning is a big, nasty monster. Chris Olave, smooth as silk, cutting in and out of routes. Got news for you, Coach.
Give it to me.
We ain't going to see Michael Thomas. Probably not going to see Jarvis Landry.
Michael Thomas isn't playing this year.
He's going to play the whole season. I'm not even going to let you jinx anything. But he's healthy. He's fine to drive, but they ain't going to run him out there. So this is going to be an opportunity. Chris Olave, you're a first-round draft pick. You're going to be running out there against chumps that are going to be delivering mail next week. Let's see you go make some plays. Trevor Penning, I think Hurst is going to be the starting left tackle to start the season. I love Trevor Penning's vibe, his attitude, mean, nasty, all that stuff. But I got to see if he can block NFL defensive ends.
I mean,
let's start to see it, man. Get out there in a game and go throw some body weight around and throw some humans into the dirt and punish them. Land on them and spit in their face.
Yeah.
Like a big old nasty dude.
Yeah, just big nasty.
You know what else I'm looking forward to?
What?
Andy Dalton. Jameis ain't playing.
Opie?
It's Andy Dalton's game, man.
You want to see how good the backup is?
He's the starter tomorrow.
Is that what we're doing?
He's the starter tomorrow. And let me remind you something.
You're getting excited about backups and some draft pick you've never seen play before.
Each of the last 3 years, the Saints have had to play their backup quarterback significant
Is that why
games.
they've stunk?
By the way, they made the playoffs 2 of those years and would have made it last year, but for peeing down their leg against the Giants.
In the worst division in the
worst
world.
division that actually had the Super Bowl champion in it 2 years ago, you loser. You're brutal. Anyway, I'm excited to see Andy Dalton at 30, 40 years old, how he functions and flows within this offense. It's his first time wearing the black and gold. It's his first time with Pete Carmichael calling plays. I want to see how that all goes.
I want to see how Bobby Hebert throws the rock.
Bobby Hebert is not going to be throwing the rock.
He throws the rock.
Bobby Hebert is probably going to be doing a pregame show on the Saints radio network.
And then what's the other guy? Aaron Brooks. I'd like to see what that looks like.
Aaron Brooks.
See if Aaron Brooks can throw it around the yard a little bit.
Probably not.
That'd be good. To Joe Horn.
No.
Back when the Saints were good. Back when they were good. That's what I'm looking for.
The Saints are actually very good right now as well. They will be 10-7. They'll be a playoff team. And they'll make their way to the Black and Gold Super Bowl, as I said. One more thing I'm looking forward to. I'm going to give you a name to watch. I want you to write this down.
Okay. I have a name for you, but okay.
Let me hear your name.
Morton Anderson.
No. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Playmaker. Can drop it in there from anywhere.
Not a playmaker. He's a
playmaker with his leg. I got a name for you.
You're only
Morton Anderson.
You're only naming players from one era of Saints football because it's the only thing you know.
Ricky Jackson.
That's my point.
Sam Mills.
You want to hit me with Stan Brock?
No. Lou Brock. He could steal a base.
You know Stan Brock?
Lou Brock.
Joel Hilgenberg.
What did you say? He was a lineman. Has to have been a lineman. With a last name like Hilgenberg. Not a running back.
Reuben Mays.
I think I know that name.
Yeah, you know that name.
Maybe.
Ironhead Hayward.
Oh, I got that guy. Yeah.
Eric Martin.
Eric Martin. And what's LSU?
Hobie Brenner.
Brett Besh.
Yeah, let's not get crazy.
I love you. Shout out, Brett.
Abram Smith.
Abram Booty.
Abram Smith.
Emmett Smith.
Abram Smith. Combine them. Abram Smith.
Abram Smith.
There you go. You tried to think of something else and you could, and nothing was coming. I know.
Abram Booty.
From Baylor, running back. They paid him a boatload of money relative to an undrafted free agent.
Okay.
I want to see this kid make the team.
Okay.
I want to see him go and steal a job from Mark Ingram, steal a job from Tony Jones Jr. I want this kid to go off and leave no doubt that he's the guy and let all them other chumps walk.
Mark Ingram's going to be on the team. I mean, he's the veteran mascot. He's on the team.
Good to see Tyrann Mathieu in a Saints uniform.
Okay, too. I want to see that. I want to see the
Badger in 32.
Bro, I saw the social media post with him holding up the St. Aug and the LSU helmet with the Saint. Okay, you know what? I'm excited now. Is he going to play? You think? I'll watch.
I mean, he might be out there for the first series, but you'll get to see him on the sideline wearing a Saints uniform. Which I'm really jacked about that. I'm so jacked about this.
If Jarvis plays and Tyrann plays, then I'm going to pull for him.
Do you know how insufferable I'm going to be tomorrow at this birthday party?
They're going to hate you.
It's going to be so good. They probably already do. By the way, if you want to bet on the Saints and the Texans, you can do that at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. You know the drill. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code Baton Rouge. You can bet on the Saints, Texans, or any of these preseason games. Risk-free bet up to $1,000 for new customers. How about that? Use the promo code Baton Rouge. Risk-free bet up to $1,000, meaning it don't hit, no worries. They'll give you another bite at the apple at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Major League Baseball, you want to bet on that? Mm-hmm. First five, parlays, same-game parlays. The more legs you add, the more money you can win. It's all there at the DraftKings Sportsbook. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the promo code Baton Rouge. 21 and older, physically present in Louisiana. Availability varies by parish. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full terms and conditions. Licensee partner Golden Nugget, Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-7-STOP. Here's the picture that you were talking about. It's on the Saints social media. Tyrann donning his Saints uniform. And on either shoulder, he's holding the St. Aug Purple Knight helmet and the LSU Tiger helmet. It's a good look, man. I like that St. Aug helmet, too. Hey, we're still on air. You didn't. You were the one who brought up the helmet.
I liked it. I mean, I like the picture. I like the whole thing. I like him. That's what I like. And I think Jarvis did the same thing with Lutcher helmet.
Yeah, it did whenever he signed. All right, it's after further review. I want to give a big hug to a former Tiger great when we come back next. It's AFR.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by Pluckers Nicholson, just south of campus, Bluebonnet, right in front of the Mall of Louisiana. 28 flavors of award-winning jumbo chicken wings. Holy macaroni.
Yep.
Fried pickles.
Fried pickles are good.
That's your go-to?
I love the holy macaroni with the chutney
Oh,
sauce.
you do love, yeah, you
like
love
that.
the You know what?
Not good for you.
You know what I can't sleep on anymore? The boneless buffalo bites. We had those for Drew's party.
I've never had those.
I love traditional wings, right? I love the bone-in wings, but the boneless buffalo bites, we had them for Drew's party. It's a little, it's chicken breast, breaded, fried, tossed in your favorite sauce, just bite-sized. So good. I could eat 1 million of them.
Huh. Can you get them in different flavors?
Yeah.
Like, you just
In your
try,
favorite
hey,
sauce?
give me like
Yes.
5 of this, 5 of that. See,
Yeah.
that's a great way to try everything.
I know.
I'm going there tonight.
Nicholson, just south of campus, Bluebonnet, right in front of the Mall, Louisiana. Need a place to watch the Saints tomorrow or all football action all season long? You can do it at Pluckers. Dine-in, carry-out, or deliver. You don't like our wings. We'll give you the bird.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Bayou Ford has $14,000 off MSRP on a new 2021 Ford F-150. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
I rolled through the 5 o'clock hour. We'll wrap up the show with Ask Ryan coming up here in about 15 minutes from right now. Glad to have you aboard with us here. I hate the Atlanta Falcons with every fiber of my being. Not now, nor will I ever be a fan of them at all. And it pains me to say anything nice about the Atlanta Falcons. They did, however, we found out a few weeks back, they have elected Todd McClure to their Ring of Honor. Todd's a friend of yours as well. Love Big Roo. You want to tell your story that you teased? You haven't told me the story.
Yeah, I mean,
you just told me he saved your life in the Stadium Club.
He legit saved my life one night in the Stadium Club at the bar. I mean, it's the bar right there that's changed names 100 times. I think it's the House now.
Oh, I thought you meant in Tiger Stadium.
Oh, no. This was at the bar. This was at the bar, yeah.
The Stadium Club.
It was like sports. Then it was the Stadium Club. Now it's the House. Right there in Tigerland.
Okay, in Tigerland. Okay.
Yeah. We probably had a few too many to drink. And
you were in college?
Yeah, I was in college. I was a freshman. And so Big Roo was, I guess, a senior at the time or a junior or whatever.
I think his last season was 98.
Yeah, so he's a senior. His last season. He was at the bar. And, of course, I was running my mouth probably a little bit too much to one of the football players.
Ooh.
And, and so he takes a swing at me and misses.
Todd did?
No, the other guy takes a swing at me and misses, and I keep running my mouth. He actually hit one of my teammates because he missed me.
Who got hit?
Jamin, yeah.
You can take a punch.
And so I kept running my mouth.
Poor Garrett.
I know. Todd grabs me. Out of the blues, I feel these big bear claws grab me. He grabs me, picks me up, and throws me up against the wall, and he looks at me in the eyes, and he goes, "Get out of here right now." And I said, "Yes, sir."
That's so good.
I walked out of there. Yeah, so I was the bat boy on his little league team. You know, so I've known those guys for years and years.
You forget Todd. He became a great football player, but he played everything.
Oh, I watched him dominate Lester Earl in the state championship game. Absolutely.
Crazy. So anyway, the Falcons surprised Todd McClure with the announcement of his induction into the Ring of Honor. And Todd did kind of tell us this story where they said they were having like a 10-year retrospective of the 2012 Falcons, which were 13-3 and were really close to going to the Super Bowl that year in 2012. But they invite him in and they videoed this whole thing. A couple of his former teammates are in this sort of boardroom, and then there is a member of the Falcons staff, Dave Archer, who's like their Falcons insider, who's talking to him and kind of saying, "Hey, look, we're doing this retrospective of the 2012 Falcons team. Brought some teammates in here." And he said, before we start talking about it, we're going to play this video and kind of just to refresh some memories. It's sort of like a tribute video to that team. And, this will kind of maybe kickstart some of the memories for you guys. And so they're sitting here watching the highlight video. And it's these four guys at a table, including Todd. They're showing the highlight video from the 2012 team. And then during this highlight video, eventually the voice you're going to hear is Warwick Dunn.
What's up, man? This is Warwick. You already know that. But I know you think you're here to talk about the 2012 football team. But I got a big surprise for you. I just want to welcome you to the Falcons Ring of Honor. Look at all these guys behind us.
Come on, man.
Right? All the guys, some guys you play with like myself, we want to say congratulations. It's a huge honor. Just playing with you for all those years and what you meant to me, protecting Mike, just someone who was a true leader, someone who cared about not just himself, but everyone on the football team. Cared about making sure that we always play our best, and it started with you.
Todd, Club, congratulations, a.k.a. Mud Up, man. Congratulations making it to the Ring of Honor, man.
You were the glue that kept everybody together through the good times and the bad, man. And you gave it your all every single day, every single year. You put that Falcons uniform on.
You've been putting a lot of work in over the years for this franchise.
You taught me how to be a pro, and I'm very thankful for that, man. But I want to say congratulations to you.
I want to let you know, my man, I am excited. I'm proud of you. There's no momentum like momentum, baby. Congrats, Mud Duck.
Mud Duck. Congratulations, homeboy. Much deserved. Falcons Ring of Honor.
Proud of you, man.
I can't think of anybody who's more deserving in this award than you.
It was unfair to the rest of those guys how good we were. We were that good because of you, man. Congrats.
Oh, unreal.
Todd McClure,
Unreal.
22 Ream Hunter. Just give us your first thoughts, Todd. What do you
This
think?
might take a second. Because emotions for sure. I got drafted here, and I feel like I poured everything I had into this franchise, and love doing what I did for a living. Love coming in the locker room every day for this honor. I never, in my wildest dreams, when I started even going to college and thinking that I would be put on the list of a franchise's, I don't want to say most elite, because I know I wasn't the most talented guy that's ever played here, but hearing those guys talk about the teammate that I was, I took a lot of pride in making the guys around me better as a group, and to hear those guys say it, and for these guys to be here for me it's unbelievable.
So it's you can watch the video on all the Falcons social media. I mean, I got some chill bumps listening to it. It's awesome for Todd. I mean, if you watched him play at LSU, then you love him, right? I mean, everybody knows a McClure family, of course, because Trey played at LSU, played baseball as well.
And Tana.
And Tana. And they're a great family. They've been so part of the fabric of LSU athletics in the community for so long. And then Todd had the great career. I hate that it was with the Falcons. I mean, it's just like it eats me. And he and I joke about it all the time. But he's as genuinely good a human as you'd ever want to meet, right? I mean, I think you would agree with that. And he's so deserving of the honor. And it's so interesting, too, when you watch it, because it's like Todd is, relative to the other two guys who did these giant offensive linemen, like he's a relatively small guy.
Correct.
I mean, he's a big man, but relative to an NFL offensive lineman, he's a relatively small guy. Mm-hmm. So maximized everything he had, man. Super immensely talented guy who matched everything with it, with the character and the work ethic and all, and now he's in the Falcons Ring of Honor.
I mean, you can't say enough about him as a person, and I think you just put it perfectly from a character standpoint. But just an unbelievable athlete. I mean, really, and I mean, you saw him running down the field with Warwick running to score the touchdown. He's right there with him. Yeah, great people, great family, and you're super excited for Todd.
All right, it's after further review. Oh, by the way, one other quick note. We're going to wrap up with Ask Ryan. So if you got questions for Theriot, we'll wrap up with Ask Ryan. We'll have some fun heading into the weekend. The new Skip Bertman book is out. Everything Matters in Baseball, the Skip Bertman story by Glenn Gilbo with Leo Honeycutt. It's out now. I know Glenn tweeted the link, and I think the LSU Baseball Twitter shared the link as well. Can you add any insight? I'm putting you on the spot here because you and I have not talked about this. Can you add any insight to this, the book? Did you know it was coming?
Yeah, no, I knew it was coming. I spoke to Eric Lane quite a bit about it, and one of the guys that's pretty integral in getting this thing put together. So shout out to Mr. Eric for doing that. And you can purchase the book at acadianhouse.com, www.acadianhouse.com/sports. And do have a few pieces in the book, and
you're in there?
Kind of part of it. Yeah, a lot of guys did put a few little quotes in there and this and that. But yeah, man, and this is something that's been in the works for a very long time. They've gone through a few different publishers and writers and this and that, and they finally got it done. So shout out to the men, as well as Skip, but to the men that pushed it through.
Yeah, it's awesome. Everything Matters in Baseball, the Skip Bertman story by Glenn Gilbo with Leo Honeycutt. Would you say it was Acadian House?
Yeah, so www.acadianhouse.com/sports.
No, at LSUsports.net, they do have a here's the link if you want to pull that up, Paulie. They do at LSUsports.net have a link as well to purchase the book, so you can get your copy online. All right, it's after further review. We'll knock out our final break of the show, come back, wrap up the week with Ask Ryan next. Stay here.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by Darren James and Associates, powered by eXp Realty. Every home listed by every company all in one place. You know where to find them, agent225.com, agent225.com, buying or selling, commercial or residential. Darren James from the Wall Street Journal is listed at the top 1% of realtors in America. Top 1% of realtors. That's not subjective. That's objective based on the number of homes closed. There's a reason why year after year Darren keeps ending up on this list. Because nobody works harder. Nobody's more passionate about making their clients happy and going the extra mile to get the result, which is why the referrals never stop, the phone never stops. And Darren continues to use technology to his benefit as well, and really to your benefit. It's incredible. Sit down and have one conversation with Darren James. You'll understand why I have sung his praises for so many years. 335-7666 or agent225.com.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
3 people walk into a bar. The first 2 order the same old marks. The third, Nuevo Topo Chico Margarita Hard Seltzer. Crafted with real lime juice and a crisp tequila flavor. Topo Chico Margarita Hard Seltzer.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We're going to get to Ask Ryan, so you know the drill. I told you I was going to leave time. You know the drill. Get your questions in. You can email matt@1045espn.com. You can tweet your question at Matt Moscona.
Hey, Twitter world.
Thank you, Juice. You can jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat on the Watch 1045 ESPN YouTube channel, or you can text your question in the 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. We'll get to Ask Ryan. By the way, did you pay attention to any of the LSU football scrimmage notes from yesterday's open practice? Cool. Are you excited about LSU football season?
Yeah, they're going to go undefeated.
Cool.
Everybody's sleeping on them.
This blank stare.
No, I did. I mean, I listened to like your talking points. I can just.
Who do you want to be the quarterback?
Nussmeier.
Why?
because I said it 2 years ago. Dumpster fire for Nussmeier, and I want him to be the quarterback. I think he's going to be the quarterback. Cole Taylor, big tight end. They had a lot of good stuff to say about him, so that's good. We do need a tight end. That's big.
Brian Kelly praised Mason Taylor, the freshman.
Is it Mason Taylor?
Is
that Jason Taylor's kid?
Jason Taylor's son.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Which is crazy because he wasn't the guy who was really showing out yesterday. But it goes to show you just day to day how different guys can have good days when you're there or not there. Like, yesterday, Kyron Lacey had a really good day. He's the wide receiver transfer from ULL. Had a really good day. And Brian Kelly afterwards said, look, we can't teach him confidence. Like, we can't be confident for him. You usually don't have that problem with receivers, right? But he looked good yesterday, but I guess it's a day-to-day thing. I'm curious to see how the quarterback thing goes, obviously.
One of those guys transfers, you think, depending on how it shakes out?
I mean, the only one that would be Miles.
Yeah.
He's a graduate. He could go, he could leave today and go play somewhere immediately. Because the transfer portal rules everyone references, that's for if you're using the one-time transfer. But if you're a graduate, you can go play immediately wherever. Justin McMillan, I always point this out. McMillan did that in 2018 when Burrow kind of 2 weeks into camp, then he went to Tulane and played immediately because he was a graduate.
So do you think if Miles doesn't get named?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a great question. It's a fair question, but I don't want to speculate because I genuinely don't know. Like, I don't know what Miles Brennan wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
What I'll tell you is, and I don't mind saying this, is one of the things with Miles has always been that football isn't his only love. He loves to hunt. He loves to fish. He's engaged now. That's okay. It's okay to have a well-balanced life, to have a lot of things that you enjoy. But man, if you're going to be the dude at LSU, it kind of has to be your singular focus.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, man. I don't know if he's content to just, if he doesn't play this year, just stay on the team, or if he wants to go somewhere to play, try to put up some film to give pro ball a shot. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know what he would do. So, all right, let's get some questions. Taylor Hudson, ask Ryan, has Hudco Roofing replaced your roof? How did they do?
Our roof is beautiful. Absolutely.
Chris Theriot asked Ryan, have you ever been to Theriot, Louisiana?
No, I've not been to Theriot. I don't even know where that is.
Is there such a thing?
I don't know. I've never been.
Brian Biggers, what network is the station Saints preseason game on? It's on local broadcast. Usually it's on the local. Do you know? Can you look it up and see where it is locally in Baton Rouge? Like New Orleans, I believe it's Fox. I think it's on AFB here. I really don't know what local station in Baton Rouge carries it. Cliff Nelson asked Ryan, walk-off hit or game-ending web gem? Ooh.
Probably the walk-off hit.
Yeah, it's got to be the answer, right?
Yeah.
That's everybody's bottom nine. That's
it
your,
is,
your
but
scenario.
The game-ending web gem is pretty good too.
So it is on CBS in Baton Rouge. Heath Savoy asked Ryan, who will be LSU's shortstop next year?
I think it's gonna be Jordan Thompson.
Ask Ryan, Brandon Frederick, what's the best manager blow-up you've ever been on the field for?
Got to be Lou Piniella. He had a couple that were really
pick one.
Yeah, that were really bad. I mean, I saw Lou throw bases and spit on umps and break stuff in the dugout. I mean, he was great. He was really good.
Christopher Kraft asked Ryan, will any former Broadmoor athletes do what's necessary to make the Bucs sports prominent again?
100%. If they were asked, they would. That's easy.
Do you think it's salvageable?
That's a really long conversation about the public school system and all that stuff. So to go down that rabbit hole, we'd be here a while. I'll tell you this: the area around it is the same as it's always been. It's nice, and so yeah. I mean, you look at some of these other facilities and public schools, and they're pretty good. So yeah.
Okay. Will Summers asked Ryan, Dylan Cruz #1 pick next year in the MLB draft?
He's gonna be top 3 picks.
I mean, the only way he's not #1 is if there's like some
a high school pitcher, high school armor.
Yeah.
That's right.
Chris Copeland asked, he'll be the best college position player prospect by far. Chris,
he's probably the best high school position player prospect.
Oh yeah, for sure. Chris Copeland asked Ryan, girls softball or girls volleyball?
Softball.
Taco Bell or Taco Tico? Have you ever had Taco Tico?
I haven't.
Oh wow, that's a Do they still have Taco Tico?
I don't even know what that is.
Please look up to see if Taco Tico still exists. When I was a kid in New Orleans, we had Taco Tico franchises. But you're talking 80s, like right mid-late 80s. Taco Tico.
Looks like there's one in Kenner.
Hey, there's a Taco Tico in Kenner. That's the one.
Williams Boulevard.
On Williams.
Yeah.
It's still there?
Looks like it, yeah.
Wow. Taco Tico. No kidding. David Eckert asked Ryan, an ex-friend and teammate, Steve Farr, was a member of the 1985 World Champion Kansas City Royals. I have a World Series ball signed by the team that year and another from the next year, including Bo Jackson's signature. Will these ever be worth anything?
Probably not. What do you, depends on what you mean. Will they be worth anything? You could probably, $20 maybe.
Right, Royals fan may want it.
That's right. It's the right person. Yeah.
You should ask eBay.
Yeah.
eBay is probably better than.
You type that in eBay and then see what they're
happens.
going for.
Yeah, for sure. Ray Cavan asked Ryan, bow or gun for deer season?
Gun.
Matt Bienvenu asked Ryan, being a middle infielder at the highest level, who's the most athletic first baseman you ever threw to?
Derek Lee.
Austin Burnham asked Ryan, does Verlander win the Cy Young?
He should.
Corey Ballas asked Ryan, any locks tonight?
No.
Most motivational teammate coached the 2000 champion game against Stanford?
Blair Barbier.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Hughes, Paulie, thanks. See you Monday at 3.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, we remind you about GMFS Mortgage, GMFSmortgage.com. Changing lives since 1999. Home buy, refi, construction loans. They're just the best. GMFS, number one lender in Louisiana, number one local lender, number 11 in the country, USDA loans. How about that? Massive what they've been able to do and still maintain their personal feel. I personally know my lender. I tell you all the time, Doug Bickley's my guy. Whenever we need something, Doug, we've handled home buys, refis, everything. Talked to Ryan LaRussa from GMFS earlier today. You hear Stephanie Chenever. You hear, I hesitate to start naming names because there's just dozens and dozens no matter where you are in Louisiana. Just go to GMFSmortgage.com, hit the loan officers tab, and find the local loan officer nearest you. Start that process today. GMFSmortgage.com. GMFS Mortgage. Changing lives.
Bayou Ford has $14,000 off MSRP on a new 2021 Ford F-150. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty and free delivery. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electric.